Good evening, Southeastern North Carolina, and welcome to Week 11 football. Here we are at Lake Waccamaw, North Carolina, and we are at homecoming of the East Columbus Gators as their rivals St. Paul Bulldogs have come to town. And we're looking for a good game here tonight in the Swamp. I am joined tonight by Franklin Davis, and we are glad to have you.
Glad to be here. Glad that it worked out, or I could join the 89.9 crew for this homecoming game for Red Springs. And my one hope for tonight is that the swamp does not literally turn into a swamp with the rain that has started to fall here in the last 5 to 10 minutes.
The last time you and I did a game, we were up in Albemarle, and it was a little
chilly.
bit
Yes,
yeah.
it was, and a very good ball game that we saw between the Albemarle Bulldogs and the East Columbus Gators. Albemarle was able to squeak by and win, but that was last year, and this is this. And fortunes, unfortunately, have changed for the East Columbus Gators here in 2013. But a win tonight would build some momentum with the playoffs upcoming, and looks very possibly like the Gators are going to secure a playoff spot in the 1A playoffs. So anything positive that they can generate tonight should be helpful. A couple of weeks.
You and earlier in the year, you and Mark Council covered St. Paul's and Whiteville. I believe that was at Whiteville.
That was at St. Paul's, actually.
St. Paul's. Yeah. We covered St. Paul's and South Columbus last week at South Columbus. So very.
Gators have the work cut out for them because St. Paul's is a very solid football team on both sides of the line, and especially good offensively in the ball game I saw, and obviously from the results that they've put up this year.
So early last week took a lead, and South took it back and held it all the way till the final couple of minutes, about a minute, I think around a minute and 30 seconds, where they took it back, and South not able to convert on their last set of plays, and St. Paul's comes away with a victory and sets up a game tonight and a very interesting game next week. So, but we are waiting on the coin flip here in a minute. We're gonna know if that's coming through the air or not, but we may have to do a little technical fix in here just a second, but we're waiting a kickoff here. We're trying something new tonight. We've got our mics hooked up to the PA system, and it might be bleeding over into us.
It's extremely loud coming through our headsets.
So now y'all may not hear that, but Franklin and I are not that crazy. We are crazy, but here we are, 6 minutes and 38 seconds.
I was going to say, in that St. Paul's victory last week against South Columbus, I think that the Stallions lost 5 fumbles and threw an interception in that ball game, and it's hard to beat anyone when you turn the ball over 6 times, yet the final score was still close. But, again, from what I saw from St. Paul's earlier in the year, good football team, some tremendous size in their offensive line, and a quarterback, Malik Livingston, with over 2,000 yards of total offense this season. So he is definitely a threat, not only throwing the football but running the football as well.
Yeah, we saw last week, very fast and very accurate on the pass. But, 6 turnovers is definitely tough to come back from. We saw an onside kick that St. Paul's able to recover. We saw fake punts that extended drives. So, you can't drop back and think you know what you're going to see in that play because it may quickly change. So,
did see the Gators earlier in the year, first conference game when they took on the Whiteville at Whiteville, and actually I think the Gators were as much their own enemy as the Wolfpack was the enemy, as they did have some problems with snaps from center and had several turnovers in that ball game that led to a pretty easy Whiteville victory. And again, as I said before, it's hard to win high school football when you're a -3 or a -4 in the turnover game.
Yeah,
college football or professional football either, for that matter.
Yeah, the turnovers, special teams and turnovers, we've talked about that off and on this year, and it makes a big difference. And tonight, special teams may be a big part, and you never know. Turnovers may also, but
A lot of times the special teams in high school football go unnoticed by the fans unless there's a mess up on the special teams, and then that's when people pay attention. But almost a third of the snaps in some of your ball games do involve special teams, so it's
Right.
extremely important part of the game. And the teams that have a good punter, have good kickoff teams, good kickoff coverage, and maybe the unsung hero on special teams, the snapper. Nobody ever recognizes the guy snapping the football unless it's over somebody's head or it dribbles back to the holder or whatever. So, and in the conditions tonight, with some moisture in the air and on the ground, probably a wet football from time to time, that's going to be extremely important also.
So if you are watching us on video, there it's coin flip time. East Columbus has number 2 Ryan Howard, number 3 Jalen Dumas, and number 56 Carlos Campbell out. St. Paul's is number 36 Gary Coward and number 60 Malcolm Simpson. Waiting the coin flip here as St. Paul's is leaving their south end of the field and headed toward the end zone, as the Gators are already in the north end zone waiting on the flip.
Gators won the toss and are going to defer to the second half.
East Columbus is going to defend the south end, and St. Paul's will defend the north end.
I want to mention one thing about this St. Paul's coaching staff. That's been one of, I think, the big things that's been talked about in the media. Coach Trey Sasser, who's in his 6th season, very experienced coordinators, offensive and defensive. Mike Paroli, if you recognize the Paroli name, yes, Bob Paroli's son, Mike Paroli, is his defensive coordinator. Scott Barber, his offensive coordinator. And since Scott Barber has been at St. Paul's in 22 ball games, the Bulldogs have averaged 38.5 points. So good job there by Barber, and Paroli has really brought the defense along this year as well, trying to play a much more physical brand of football than they have in the past.
We see East. We're just a little over 2 minutes, about 2 minutes and 15 seconds left here before kickoff, as the Gators have just broke through the banner, coming over to take their side of the field here on homecoming night. And St. Paul's down in the end zone getting their last-minute instructions in before they come in. But we're just about 2 minutes from kickoff, where East Columbus will kick off to St. Paul's to start this one off here in the Swamp.
Gators dressed in green tops, green pants with orange numerals trimmed in white that sometimes make it difficult to discern who the ball carrier is. And St. Paul's white tops, blue pants with royal blue numbers that match their royal blue helmets. You'd almost think you're playing the Whitewell Wolfpack looking across the field because the colors are virtually the same.
It does resemble. I bet that was interesting when they played.
It certainly was, because both teams wore blue pants, and it was just a sea of blue on the field. The only way that you could tell a difference was by the uniform tops, because everything else was almost a perfect match.
So, well, we are glad you guys got the game in yesterday, and you could come and join us here today. We've got with us from CCCA, we've got Ethan Jacobs, Matt Griffin, Natalie Razzo, Jonathan Smith. Kelly is going to handle some technical ends with us today. We have Chris here from the community college, and Franklin and I will bring you the broadcasting. Franklin's he's multi-talented. He does stats and talks and does a bunch. So we should have a wealth of info.
We'll see about that.
So it is kickoff time. First quarter getting ready to get underway. We're a half hour earlier tonight because they say bad weather is on its way. We've seen some rain. It's about 73 degrees, and there'll be no freezing tonight. So here we go. East Columbus gets ready to kick, and it will be a drive down the middle, fielded on the 5-yard, about the 7-yard line there, and that is number 6, Charles Walters, and he will get it all the way up to the 29-yard line. So that'll be good for roughly 23 yards to get this one started here in the first quarter. St. Paul's will come out for their first possession of the game.
I understand that Walters had a really good ball game for St. Paul's last week, rushed like 18 times for 88 yards and had not been featured in the rushing attack prior to last week.
Yeah, he was. He was one of those names that we talked about quite a bit last week. So it'll be 1st and 10 as Livingston will come out in the option. He awaits the snap, takes it, and he's going to hand that one off to number 34. 34 breaks to the left side, and he will be brought down on the 36-yard line, and that'll be good for 6 yards. That is Damian McMillan.
Just the read option that time, and I don't know that there was much read. It looked more like just a straight give that time off tackle to the left side rather than any reading going on that play.
So they actually spot it there on the 35, so that one will actually be good for 5, be 2nd down and 5 here. Second play of the drive, and we've got movement on the line. Let's wait and see if they were drawn off sides or if they were on their own on that one. So we saw
offsides on the Gators.
We saw the penalty flags fly quite a bit last week, and that one will be good for 5, and that should be enough to move the down markers.
It is first down for St. Paul's.
So 11 minutes and 10 seconds here. St. Paul's has the ball for their first drive. Livingston's in the option. There's Walters in motion. Walters gets the handoff up the middle, and he will be brought down on the 48-yard line. Gain of 8 on 1st and 10.
And that's the play that they've been featuring Walters on quite a bit more in their offense here recently.
Now, running up the middle, South Columbus last week, that was one thing they were not able to do to South was run it. They could sweep it left and right, but they could not take it up the middle last week on South. 2nd and 2 with Livingston in the option. McMillan to his right, takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself, breaks to the left. Cuts back at the 50, still on his feet, all the way down to the 39-yard line. 40-yard line would be the official spot, and that'll be good for 12 on 2nd and 2, and we will move the chains. 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line, 10 minutes and 22 seconds remaining here in the first quarter, 0-0. St. Paul's has the ball for the first drive of the ball game.
Good read there by Livingston, and then seeing the hole was clogged up, took it back to the other side of the field. Athletic ability, he's hard to stop.
Livingston takes the snap, hands that off. No, he keeps it for his own and looked like he might pitch it out to number 9, Lucan Hunt, but he does not, and he will take it up to the 37 for a gain of 2 on 1st and 10.
Looked like he gained a lot more yardage on that, but taking the shotgun snap 4 yards deep and then running the option, you got to gain 6 yards to gain 2 in that situation. That is one of the disadvantages of the shotgun formation. For the ball's starting off 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, last week we saw a lot of east and west running, which made it look. There's the snap. Livingston will take it, cuts back up the middle, and not much on that one.
Good play there by the Gator defense. Didn't go for the fake for the receiver that was coming across in motion and held Livingston to a gain of about 4. Ball down to the 33, going to be 3rd and 4, looks like.
So here we go. Livingston gets the call and sends one receiver to the far right. It's going to keep one in the far backfield with him. Twins on the right. Takes the snap, hands that one off to number 20. Number 20 is up the middle, and I do not have a name for number 20. So there's a chance I missed that number.
That's David Inman.
All right. I like that.
Thank you. Going to be a first down on the 20, looks like 28-yard line. 3rd first down of this drive for St. Paul's. 2 backs now in the backfield.
Livingston takes the snap and hands back off to Inman. Inman breaks to the left, goes to the left sideline, down the sideline, and he will be taken out of bounds at the 7-yard line. So big gain on first down, and we're going to be looking at 1st and goal here with 8 minutes and 29 seconds remaining in the first quarter. St. Paul's and East are tied 0-0, but St. Paul's, for the first possession, is driving.
1st and goal from the 8-yard line.
Livingston takes the snap, hands that one off to Inman. Inman hitting the backfield, bounces off, and will be met on about the line of scrimmage.
May have gained a yard. Looked like
Looks
Greg
like he
Melvin
does.
that time came off the corner and got slowed Inman down in the backfield, but he was able to continue moving forward. And they're going to mark it at the 6-yard line, so he was able to pick up 2 yards, 2nd and goal from the 6.
That was definitely key to that. Melvin getting in the backfield, getting Inman slowed down, and he was not able to get that speed that he had that previous drive.
Need to get penetration to stop this St. Paul's offense before their backs can get underway with a full head of steam, because once they do,
yes,
real hard to stop.
Twins right, single receiver left. Livingston on the option. McMillan to his left, takes the snap, hand off to McMillan. McMillan right up the middle and breaks tackle, and he will be in for 6. Touchdown St. Paul's with 7 minutes and 20 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. They jump to a 6-0 lead over East Columbus.
Just a simple handoff to McMillan, and as you said, looked like East Columbus hit him on about the 5-yard line, but he was able to run through that arm tackle and then make it into the end zone easily after that to put the first points on the board.
Here's something we didn't see last week. Number 12, Gustavo Rosas up for the extra point with Luke and Hunt holding. Hunt gets everybody ready, snaps down, and we've got a stoppage of play. Let's see what this one is.
Offside on East Columbus, so they may choose to take that penalty and then go for 2, because that'd move it inside the 2-yard line.
I don't see the personnel changing, but no, wait a minute. Here they come. And that is exactly what they will do. So they will have it on the roughly on the 1. And they will go for 2 points on this one. Leading 6-0 here with 7 minutes and 9 seconds remaining in the first quarter. St. Paul's is able to score on their first drive of the game. So personnel gets switched out. Livingston goes, right now he's in the option. He may go back up under center. McMillan will be, yes he will. He'll go up under center. Hands it to McMillan. McMillan will hit, and he will bounce in for the score. 8-0 here with 7 minutes and 9 seconds remaining in the first quarter. St. Paul's scores on their first possession. East Columbus waits their first possession of the night. Franklin, what'd you notice on that first drive by St. Paul's?
Variety of ways of moving the football, pounding the ball inside, and then Livingston making the fake inside, where they've got to respect it because they've been able to get yardage between the tackles and taking it to the outside, and mixing in a couple of runs with Walters, Inman to the outside. So didn't throw the football, but a varied running game with success in a whole lot of different places. So it's really hard to make a defensive adjustment because there's not just one place that they're showing success running the football. It's both inside and outside.
And that was going to be my question to you. Are you surprised we didn't see a pass?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
And we see a little squib kick up the middle, and East will fall on it at the 33-yard line. And we saw a lot of that last week. That one was number 24. Jordan Freeman will be the Gator that falls on that one. And East Columbus will – I've had my yards. Let me try that again, the 43-yard line. And East Columbus. Now, we watched a lot of that last week. First 2 plays of the game for kickoffs for St. Paul's were onside kicks. That not really an onside kick, but could have turned into one. So here we go. Gators on their first possession of the game.
Good field position.
And tonight, quarterbacking is number 2, Ryan Howard. And a snap to Howard, pitch to McClure. McClure to the middle and is still on his feet. And McClure all the way up to the St. Paul's 43-yard line. And that'll move the chains on first down.
Good run. Just a simple, quick toss to McClure, who took a couple steps to the right, saw a hole, cut it up, and he can be one of his best blockers because not a whole lot of people want to get in the way of those big thighs coming at you with a full head of steam. And,
no.
Good run to the, as you said, the 43-yard line of St. Paul's.
Yeah, if he gets a full head of steam, you are in trouble. Here comes in motion, but McClure gets the handoff, and it was Dumas in motion. Not much on that one, up to the 41-yard line, gain of 2 on the play.
And there's the difference. That time St. Paul's had penetration and got McClure as he was getting the handoff, and actually made a nice move there to kind of sidestep one of the defenders, but broke his momentum, so only for a gain of 2, but did avoid negative yardage on the play.
Yes, very, That's going to be key tonight. 6 minutes and 15 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. East on their first drive, 2nd and 8. Howard will stay back in the option. McClure directly to his right. And we have St. Paul's just jumped across the line. We will see if he was coached, but I do not believe it was. Let's see what the officials call here. We could be looking at a 2nd and 3, and we will be. So offsides on that one, and it'll be 2nd and 3 as it is now on the St. Paul's 36-yard line. East Columbus moving toward the end zone.
Good job going on the long count there, and offensive line showing good discipline, not jumping.
So Howard in the gun, waits the snap, handoff to McClure. McClure is going to go up the middle, McClure through the middle, and takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. Gain of 8 on the play, and it'll be 1st and 10 with 5 minutes and 45 seconds in the first quarter. East Columbus trails St. Paul's by a score of 8-0.
Timeout St. Paul's, and I think that Coach Paroli is going to go out there and tell his defense, I think that you're going to get a steady diet of number 34.
Yes.
So we might as well bow up and see what we can do with him. See, I'm at a loss as what to do right now because normally I'd be at a commercial, so I would be studying my sheet here where I'm keeping my numbers intently. But with you guys, it's 24/7.
Well, I'll tell you, anytime you want to study your numbers, just let me know, and I'll just start rambling, and then you can come back with some intelligent information.
I don't know how much that's the case.
Are you surprised we've not seen a pass yet? Is it the wetness?
I don't think it's the – I just think it's the fact that St. Paul's had good success on the ground and chose not to. And so far, East Columbus has no reason to throw the football with the success that McClure's had on the ground.
So it's just this year's been about the pass all year, and which is way early in the game. But just to see this many runs is just something we've not been used to this season. So Howard is in the option. And this time Greg Melvin directly to his right, takes the snap, hand off to Melvin. Melvin's going to sweep left, cuts the corner to 30 to the 25, cuts back at the 20, still on his feet, and goes down at the, looks like 16-yard line.
Taron Baldwin, the wide out on the left side, had a good block on the cornerback that allowed Melvin to get the corner turned and get upfield. And with Melvin back there, you get a completely different look from McClure.
Yes.
It's speed rather than power.
So that one is going to be on the 18-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 10 there with 5 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. East Columbus is moving the ball on their first series here as Howard is in the option. Looks to take the snap, and there it is. Pitches it to Melvin. Melvin goes through the middle and is still on his feet. One defender to go. Throw down at the goal line. Touchdown. 18-yard touchdown run by number 7, Greg Melvin, and it is an 8-6 ball game here in the Swamp with 5 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Melvin tried to make a liar out of me as he showed good power on that run right up the middle.
He did, and they were bouncing off of him, and there was one to go, and the guy threw him right into Melvin's favor into the end zone.
And good job of blocking there by the offensive line for East Columbus because Melvin was in the pistol position that's behind the quarterback. So he was about 9 yards deep and got to the line of scrimmage untouched and all the way into the end zone.
2-point conversion, pitches it to McClure. McClure sweeps to the right, tries to turn the corner, and will be pushed out of bounds, looks like short of, and it will not be good. 5 minutes and 11 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Each team has touched the ball once. Each team has made it to the end zone, and it is now 8-6 St. Paul's over East Columbus as East Columbus is getting ready to kick off to start the second possession of the game for St. Paul's. So the ground game is definitely working for both teams tonight, and we've seen some good run chunks of yards on runs by both teams. We will see here is number 54, Michael Graham gets ready to kick off and see if he puts this one back deep as that's number 6 back there. Charles Walters is awaiting the deep kick.
That play was 4 plays and covered 57 yards and took 1 minute, 58 seconds off the clock.
Yeah, it's halfway through, and it's been fast-paced tonight. We've seen a lot of that fast pace this year, and East Columbus is set. Here comes Graham, and he's going to kick it away. Walters gets it on his 8, and here he goes up to the 20. Cuts right at the 20, and McClure has him, and McClure takes him down at the 20. Actually, that was actually Michael Graham. Maybe not Nick McClure.
Okay.
Takes him down at the 24-yard line. I guess the 25 they're going to give him on that one. Yeah, that was Michael Graham with the tackle.
Good kick by Graham and good tackle by Graham. As you would think Walters would be able to outrun him to the corner, but good pursuit and got a hand on him, able to bring him down. Now let's see if they can maybe stop the St. Paul's offense for some negative or no gain plays here early on this drive.
Livingston hands off to number 20, Inman. Inman goes to the left, and there is nowhere to go.
Looks like a loss of one on the play.
He's definitely going to lose one on there. We didn't get to do this early. This is 89.9 FM WZCO, and this is www.wzco.org. There is some radio issues. We are kind of cutting in and out, so we are working on that. Pass out to the first one of the game, and that goes out to number 32, Trey Thompson. And that one.
Was it 32 or 82?
Well, let me see here. He's walking. Nope, my fault. 82.
That's would be
Jerkees McCollum.
Yep, Jerkees McCollum.
Wow, and that's the easy uniforms to see the numbers on, and I'm still having trouble getting them. Yeah, that's number 82 out there.
It is short of the first down. It's going to be marked on the 33-yard line, so 3rd and 2 for St. Paul's.
Livingston takes the snap, and there goes McMillan up the middle. He breaks the tackle and gets it all the way up to the 49-yard line.
McMillan is not going to be brought down. Not as big as McClure as far as height-wise, but stocky, and you're not going to bring him down with arm tackles. He's going to take those thick thighs and run right through those as he did then.
So that moves the chains there, and there's 3 minutes and 27 seconds remaining in the first quarter. St. Paul's has the ball on their own 49-yard line, and this is their second possession of the game. Still see Livingston in the option. He takes the snap. He's going to drop back to pass. Pressure's on. And it's intercepted. Looks like by, number 7, Greg Melvin. Melvin picks it off on the 35-yard line, and East Columbus will take back over. Good defensive pressure there, and it might have been by Elijah Gresham. I didn't quite catch the number, but he was right up in Livingston's face and may have hit him just as he threw.
Gresham did get good pressure on him that time, and he did overthrow, wasn't able to step into his throw, and it was high, and Melvin made the pick. Actually, I think he made the pick at the 37 and lost a couple of yards on trying to return it.
Okay, so forward or gets it back, and we will see 1st and 10, 3 minutes and 4 seconds here. The sides will switch. East's offense will come back out. The defense will come back out for St. Paul's, and East Columbus will see what they can do on their second possession of the ball game. That is one thing that we did see last week. St. Paul's did throw 2 or 3 interceptions against South Columbus. All right, so we're waiting the snap. Howard takes it. That's going to be handed off to McClure. McClure gets going, and the pressure's going to take, or the power is going to take him all the way up to probably the 37.
36, 37-yard line, gain of a couple on that, as it would be easier to name the people from St. Paul's that were not in on that tackle because it ended up at about 7 or 8 trying to bring him down.
Yeah, they were there to
looked like a little rugby scrum there before the play was over with.
So 2nd and 8, 37-yard line. East Columbus has it on their own 37. Howard awaits the snap, takes the snap, hands off to McClure. McClure cuts to the left, back up the middle, still on his feet all the way up to the 47-yard line. And that'll be good for round 10 itself on that one.
I think Kashim Robinson that time, lineman for the Gators, got a good block stealing off the inside, allowing McClure to get to the corner and pick up that first down for the Gators.
So 1st and 10, ball is almost touching the 47-yard line of East Columbus. 2 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Howard in the option. McClure directly to his left. Waits the snap. Good snap. Handoff to McClure. McClure goes off one tackler and can't get past, and looks like he's going to lose about 2 yards on the play on 1st and 10.
Looked like good penetration that time by number 62 for St. Paul's. That's Justin McClure. And I want to get and see, McClure is not a big fella playing down there in the middle. 5'7", 150 playing there in the middle of the defensive line. But that quickness paid off as he was able to penetrate in the backfield and made McClure change directions, and the pursuit was able to bring him down for a loss of a couple of yards. Well, a loss of 1, I guess it looks like, back to the 45.
So East is waiting to get the play in. Ryan Howard. We've got trips to the left. McClure is going to set up on the right of Howard. Waits the snap. Sends Dumas in motion. Takes the snap. Fakes. Going to drop back to pass. Here comes number 2. Number 2, Devon Smith, basically unevaded all the way into Howard and sacks him on the 32-yard line.
32-yard line. Loss of 13 on the play.
And nobody picked him up. He came right in, and it was a straight shot for Howard, and Howard had nowhere to go but down. And time's down to 30 seconds here in the first quarter. This one's going to be, we're looking at 3rd and roughly 15 here.
Let's go more like 25.
Oh, bad math there. That's right.
You needed to add the extra 10. That was just to get back to the original line of scrimmage.
So here we go, 3rd and a long way to go as Howard is, and that one's going to end it. Well, they're going to timeout.
Yep, timeout.
So here we are, first quarter, 5.3 seconds remaining. St. Paul's 8, East Columbus 6 here in the Swamp at Lake Waccamaw, North Carolina. East Columbus has the ball for their second possession of the game, and they are on about the 32-yard line with a 3rd and a long way to go.
And, Ron, if the first quarter has played out pretty much the way East Columbus, they've got to be happy with it. 8-6, unless they do something here on this interception, momentum on their side, and St. Paul's obviously a pretty heavy favorite in this ball game. But the longer you let a team hang around and believe they can play with you, the harder it is to get rid of them. Homecoming night, so East Columbus may be a little bit more pumped up because of that. And frankly, St. Paul's coming off a big victory last week. May have been overlooking this Gator squad a little bit.
You never know. So here we go, 3rd and 25. And I believe we're going to have a legal procedure there on number 11.
Well, and it looked like St. Paul's jumped on the other side as well, so it's going to be interesting to see when the officials get together what came first, the chicken or the egg.
Yeah, we will.
It looked as if St. Paul's was offside on their defensive left, and there was procedure as the receiver took off on the East Columbus left, and 2 different officials throwing, the flags, I think, for 2 different reasons, and they are discussing that now.
8-6, St. Paul's has the lead over East Columbus, but East Columbus has the ball on their own 32-yard line for now with a 3rd and 25, and we are awaiting to see this call. And it looked like they went with offsides or
went with the procedure, yeah.
So now 3rd and long is 3rd and even longer.
I respectfully disagree. I thought, if anything, they happened simultaneously and one was not caused by the other, but my opinion means nothing in so many areas.
So here we go. Ball's on the 26-yard line. Howard takes the snap, passes quickly out to Dumas. Dumas cuts and gets free, but can only get it back up to the 31-yard line, and it'll be 4th and 25 as the quarter expires. We've got 1 in the record books here in East Columbus at Lake Waccamaw, North Carolina, and it is now 8 for St. Paul's and 6 for East Columbus. And Mr. Davis is going to put us together a few numbers here. This is, if you're just joining us, we are here on the internet at www.wzco.org. We are having a little bit of radio issues. I think we might be coming in and out on 89.9 FM WZCO Chadburn Radio, but we are working to get that one fixed here. Been joined tonight by Franklin Davis as they've got a night off because they worked early this week, him and Mark Council. And they were down in South Robinson covering the Whiteville South Robinson
Maybe
game.
I'm responsible for the technical issues. As Kelly looks at me and says, "Maybe," but I was invited, so if it's my fault, I didn't mean for it to be.
So
I've had my experience with issues, and I haven't had anyone nearly as capable as your technical person to fix my issues. So I have all the confidence in the world that whatever the problem is, if it's man-made, it will be overcome.
Kelly Jones is working real hard to get everything situated, and we've got 3 students on camera and 1 on a switcher, and we're getting ready to start this second quarter here. I'm going to take a wild stab and say we're going to start it with a punt since it's 4th and 25 on East Columbus's 31-yard line.
And as we talked about a little bit pregame, special teams going to come into play here now. Football may have a little moisture on it, need a good snap here.
And we got the good snap, and the punt is up, and it's a decent one. Walters lets it bounce, and he picks it up. Oh, that's a dangerous place to pick one up, but he will catch it and be tackled on the 35-yard line of St. Pauls. So maybe a 1-yard run back, not sure. But there's 11 minutes and 49 seconds remaining here at the second quarter. St. Pauls 8, East Columbus 6. St. Pauls has the ball for their 3rd possession of the night. So.
Yeah, very dangerous play there. I mean, the ball wasn't going to roll maybe 2 or 3 more yards at the most.
Right.
So I don't take the opportunity to lose the football for a very short gain like that. Walters was able to get by doing that.
So here we go. Livingston takes the snap, pitches it back to Inman. Inman is going to be hit in the backfield, and there's nowhere to go. Looked like a minute he was going to throw the ball, but he will be brought down on the 29-yard line, and that's going to be a loss of 6 on 1st and 10, and it'll be 2nd down and 16 with 11 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. St. Paul's has the ball, and they lead East Columbus 8-6. Homecoming night.
Good penetration there by the Gator front wall.
It really was.
To stop Inman in the backfield.
Roughly 3 men in on the tackle. Livingston waits the snap but turns back to the sideline to get the final play. He's going to move up toward center, maybe changing the play at the line. Takes the snap, hands off to McMillan. McMillan breaks to the right side, and there is nowhere to go for McMillan.
Good job again by the Gators of getting some penetration and keeping all the seams covered. McMillan kept looking for somewhere to cut up until finally he just went out of bounds because there was never that crease looking forward to make it up the field. And ball marked at the, let's say, 30-yard line, I guess. Maybe gain 1 on that play. So 3rd and 15 upcoming for St. Pauls. They have thrown the ball twice.
So Livingston awaits the snap, takes the snap, going to drop back and pass, throws, and East gets a hand on it, and number 54, Michael Graham coming fast on the ball, but it fell before he could get there, and we will be looking at 4th and 15 here. St. Paul's will more than likely be punting from their own 30-yard line.
And I believe that was Melvin coming in on the pass rush again that was able to get a hand on that pass and deflect it. So good defensive stop by the Gators, 3 and out. And the ever-dangerous Greg Melvin dropping back to take this punt.
So here goes the punt, and it's going to be a line drive. Melvin sees it bounce on his own 41, fields it on his 33, and there he goes up the sideline and gets caught by the ankle. So East Columbus will take over on the St. Paul 40. Let's see the official spot here.
I think on their own 49, it looks like.
So they will be trailing, or they are trailing, 8-6 with 9 minutes and 58 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
But good field position for East, and let's see if they go back to got Melvin in the backfield now, so maybe look for something wide from the Gators here on this first play.
Howard looks over the line, waits the snap, takes the snap, hand off to Melvin. Melvin goes to his right, back up the middle, and he's still on his feet at the 40, and it will be brought down at the 38-yard line. 14-yard gain on 1st and 10. 9 minutes and 51 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. East Columbus has the ball in St. Paul territory for their third drive of the game, trailing 8-6.
5 first downs for the Gators to match the 5 first downs for St. Paul's. Nice move by Melvin. Looked like the play was designed to go outside. Planted his foot, turned it up, made a nice little juke on the linebacker, and was able to take it down to the 38-yard line, a gain of 13 yards on the play.
Score update, New Hanover leads South Brunswick 33-0 in the second quarter.
South Brunswick unwon so far this season.
And that'll be a handoff. McClure, McClure is still on his feet. McClure took out his own player and bounced off and used momentum to still get going.
There's a lesson to be learned there when the ball's going to be handed to McClure and you're supposed to be blocking downfield. Just keep running in case he's gaining on you.
Oh my goodness, I don't know who that was, but he took him out, and unfortunately, he wasn't hurt. That's not unfortunate, but he hit the ground hard, and McClure just bounced off him and kept on going. 8 minutes and 58 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. East has the ball on their own roughly 26.
Yeah, on the St. Paul's 26 or 27.
And they're trailing, but we've got a penalty. And is that one going to be a procedure too?
I believe the right guard for the Gators jumped, and that's the call.
Okay. So 1st and 10, but that one will back it up to 1st and 15. So we'll be at the 31-yard line of St. Paul's.
That's penalty number 4 on the Gators for a total of 17 yards, and that one came at a inopportune time. I don't know penalties that come at opportune times, but some penalties, all penalties are not created equal.
Right.
You got to drive going. East Columbus not necessarily the offense that can get behind the chains. You want even gains of 2 or 3 are good for the offense, as long as you can avoid the loss of 2 or 3 and get behind those chains.
So McClure in the backfield Howard waits the snap. There it is, handoff to McClure. McClure's going to go up the middle and still on his feet and goes all the way down to the 24-yard line. Gain of 7 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd and 8 with 8 minutes and 6 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
St. Paul's linebackers may be looking at each other and going, no, you hit him. No, you hit him. Well, I hit him last time.
Yeah.
You hit him.
I wouldn't want to hit him, especially if I'm hitting Nick McClure, I'm hitting him in the backfield before he's even got the ball.
If I'm doing it, I'm using a car or a truck or something.
Because if he's hit the line of scrimmage, there's a lot of prayer involved there.
Well, we'll talk. I'll make that point after this play.
So here we go. Howard waits the snap. Takes the snap, hands that one off to Melvin. Melvin goes left, cuts back, and will get all the way to the should be 14-yard line. Gain of roughly, you're going to have to help me out here, Franklin.
10-yard gain.
There we go.
And what I was going to say is the difference I'm seeing with East Columbus tonight, there are 2 things from when I've seen them previously. They're getting the snap is crisp, and the play is going off with no hitch in the backfield, and their running backs are getting to the line of scrimmage untouched, where they can use their athletic ability and their power to make moves once they get to the line of scrimmage. And Melvin and McClure both certainly capable of doing that.
And they're working, switching in and out and keeping the freshman in. Howard takes the snap, hands that one off to McClure. McClure bounces off one, and he's free again and down to the 9-yard line. Gain of 5 on first down.
Number 75, Jordan Lewis, who is 6'4", 215, had McClure dead to rights in the backfield, and Nick simply lowered his shoulder, did a little spin move, and proceeded on. As St. Paul's did get penetration that time, but it didn't stop the big back from East Columbus.
I think Nick might have run out of his shoe. He's going to come over to the sideline. I think he did run out of his shoe.
2nd and 5?
That's what I've got.
Okay.
6 minutes and 23 seconds. East has the ball on the St. Paul's 9. So we're looking at real close. Over the middle, pass caught. Number 4, Elijah Gresham, touchdown. 9-yard touchdown reception. 6 minutes and 11 seconds remaining here in the Swamp. East Columbus takes their first lead of the game, 12-8.
Simply had Gresham sprint out to the left side. He did a post pattern, a short post pattern, and hit perfectly. And, with his height, all you got to do is put it up in the end zone, and he's usually going to come down with it.
Right.
And after the success running the football, St. Paul certainly was not expecting the pass in.
They were not, and
I wasn't expecting
I was
the pass
not either.
either with the way they had run it. But good call by Coach Haney, and Gators take the lead.
So East Columbus is going to go for two here. Here we go. Terry Brown in motion. Hand off to Melvin. Melvin cuts left, still on his feet, cuts back to the end zone. Did he make it?
Yes.
He made it. 2-point conversion good for Greg Melvin. 14-8. East Columbus leads St. Pauls here in the Swamp. The fans are happy to see what they are seeing tonight. The weather may not be good, but football for East Columbus so far tonight is good. And we will await the kickoff here as St. Pauls awaits to get, I guess, their fourth possession of the game. Or am I jumping ahead here?
1, 2, 3. That's right. It'll be their fourth possession.
I don't usually get this many right tonight. 6 minutes and 11 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. 14-8. East Columbus leads on homecoming night. And we will await as Charles Walters and get the other number here, 25, Javon Crawford. They will be back deep. Michael Graham has kicked the first two off real deep. So we will see what happens here. And here they get ready. He sets the sides. The kick is not as deep. He's going to kick it to the sideline. I don't think that one's going to stay in, and it doesn't stay in. And that will start this drive off on the 35-yard line of St. Paul's with 6 minutes.
In golf, I think that you would refer to that as a shank.
Well, then you just described my whole golf game when I used to play because they were all shanks. So let's see here what St. Paul's is not looking.
St. Paul's is going to choose to have the 5 yards applied and back to the 35 and re-kick. You have the option of taking the football out of bounds or the re-kick, and they're going to have them re-kick.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
They obviously have a lot of confidence in their return game.
So they're going to reset back up here. 6 minutes and 11 seconds left here in the second quarter. East Columbus getting ready to re-kick from the 35 after Graham's last kick went out of bounds. So let's see here. Both sides are set. Still the same two men back deep to receive, except they swap sides of the field. Graham decides to do this time. And this one is, he did it again.
Well, once you shank one, that it's in your mind.
That's kind of no man's land, so I don't know if they're trying to just drop one in there and see what happens. But those aren't landing close to inbounds. Are they going to make them kick it again?
Apparently they're going to back them up 5 more yards.
So this one's going to go from the 30-yard line. Third kick of this time as the last two have gone out of bounds in almost identical places. So let's see what happens here as Graham will kick this one from the 30-yard line. 6 minutes and 11 seconds still here left in the second quarter. East leads 14-6.
My recommendation is to keep your head down and keep your eye on the target.
All right, so
obviously looking up maybe just before making contact. He did make the tackle on the last play. He is he wants to get downfield and make the tackle too. But first things first, I've got to get the kickoff in the playing field.
Yeah, that's one thing I hadn't. I've only seen kickers make when they've got past everybody else. I've never seen them the first one down the field. All right, let's see what happens here. He gonna kick this one down the middle, and that one is ball is loose. Crawford puts it on the ground, and he's going to cut direction. He's back again. He's going the other way, and he breaks the tackle. He's free up to the 50, still on his feet, and be brought down at the 44-yard line. There was a lot in that play.
A little bit reminiscent of Giovanni Bernard last night for the Bengals, but he didn't cover quite as much ground as he did in that ball game. But takes the ball from the 25 all the way across midfield, and it's going to be spotted at the East Columbus 44-yard line. So a return of 31 yards on a kick that was bobbled to begin with.
Yeah, now if you could have east and west yardages added in, we could get that one over 50. So 1st and 10 here. Livingston in the option. Takes the snap, hands that one off to No, he keeps it himself. Good fake. And he's still on his feet at the 25, and he will be brought down there by about 2 or 3 East Columbus Gators on the 21-yard line. Oh, they're going to give him progress up to the 20.
Nice fake.
That was a nice fake.
Not only faked out the majority of the East Columbus, I would dare say if the camera was not a wide angle, probably faked out the cameramen and us as well.
I'll tell you right now, I was following McMillan until I saw Livingston pass McMillan. So gain of 24 on that one. And it'll be 1st and 10. St. Pauls has the ball in the East Columbus 20, 5 minutes and 37 seconds remaining before halftime. St. Pauls trails East Columbus 14-6. So let's see. Livingston takes the snap. That one, no, he does it again. But East is ready for it this time, and there's nowhere to go. He held on to that just a little too long to sell that one.
I think there was a little discussion between McMillan and Livingston as to who should have the football that time because he had trouble pulling the ball back from McMillan, and that slowed the timing of the play up just enough where the Gators were able to recognize it and make a good play defensively and hold him for no gain.
You're definitely correct on that one. So 2nd and 10, 4 minutes and 54 seconds remaining in the second quarter. St. Paul's has the ball on East Columbus 20-yard line. Let's see here what we're going to have a flag thrown. I saw a motion, man, but did East jump or?
St. Paul's will come to the line of scrimmage. They got Whiteville on this several times. They'll come to the line of scrimmage, and the quarterback will bark a signal with no intention of running a play whatsoever to see if the defense will show what they're going to do. And then after that, we got a timeout St. Paul, so this will give me a little second to explain that. They'll come, the quarterback will almost, do a quick hut or something like that. The offense knows that doesn't mean anything. So usually it doesn't affect them at all, and the defense will react to it. Even if they don't jump off sides, they may show if they got a linebacker coming or something like that. Then they look to the sideline, and after the coach has seen the defense react to that, then they'll call the play. And it was very effective. I think they got 4 or 5 first downs against the Wolfpack earlier this year simply because they jump off sides on that initial hut. I hope that was loud enough to give the effect of what he does.
So they will get a procedure penalty on that play, and it'll be 2nd down and 15. St. Paul's has the ball on the East Columbus 25, 4 minutes and 43 seconds remaining before halftime. East Columbus 14, St. Paul's 6.
Or 8.
8,
I believe.
Yeah, there we go. Need to look at the scoreboard before I. All right, so we have the ball game started back. St. Paul's, Livingston in the option. And he will keep the direct snap, and he will go up the middle, and the pile will push, and he will make that one down to the 17-yard line. So that one will be good for 8.
Bring up 3rd and 7.
All right, so
4-down territory for the Bulldogs, no doubt.
Right. All right, so let's see what we got here on 3rd and 7. Of course, Livingston in the option. McMillan to his back. Takes the snap. McMillan gets this one. And McMillan's running the wrong way, but trying to turn the corner, and there's nothing there.
And he's not going to outrun number 7 for the Gators.
No.
That was Greg Melvin that he was trying to outrun, and that wasn't going to happen.
And he lost everything they gained on 2nd down. He just lost on 3rd.
Kasheem Robinson also out there doing a good job for the Gators of making that play bounce outside. And, again, Gators with real good pursuit. If you can get those runners turned east-west and give them an opportunity to use that speed, they can make it tough on an offense.
4th and 16, 3 minutes and 30 seconds left before halftime. St. Paul's has the ball on the East Columbus 26-yard line, and they're going for it.
So a punt in this situation really wouldn't serve any purpose. Too far for a field goal.
So Livingston drops back to pass. He's going to throw it deep There is number 6, Walters, and it's going to go through his fingertips, incomplete in the end zone. And that was close.
And Livingston took a big hit after he released that. I'm trying to get the number of the East Columbus player that delivered that. Looks like number 56 for the Gators, Carlos Campbell, lowered the boom on Livingston. So the Gators with a good stop there. And now let's see if they can continue the good work that they've had going on offensively tonight.
3 minutes and 8 seconds left here before halftime. East Columbus will take over on downs on their own 26-yard line. They lead St. Pauls 14-8 here in the Swamp. So we will switch sides here as the play gets brought in. And Howard gets everybody set. We will have McClure. What are we going to get? Might be a timeout.
I think East Columbus is going to have to use a timeout had some personnel issues as far as who should have been on the field at that particular time. And Coach Haney hates to use it, but that's his second timeout of the half. 14-8. Gators leading.
Big ball game here. We have, not sure the quarter it is in, but South Columbus 6, Fairmont 0. We have that update.
It's probably first quarter because that ball game did start at 7:30. So I would imagine that would be a first quarter score. If it's very deep into the first quarter, frankly, I'll have to say I'm surprised that South Columbus only has 6.
Fairmont defense was successful in holding South Columbus to a 3-and-out on their first possession of the game. And then Fairmont was unable
I
to
can
score.
tell you that there is 6 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the first quarter in that ball game.
All right.
Thank you, Mark Council, for giving us that information.
Have not heard from the Axelbergs yet tonight. They are up in Red Springs. There might be some weather issues up that way, as West Columbus was supposed to start that game at 6:30. No, wait a minute. I do have an update. Red Springs 7, West Columbus 0 in the first quarter. All right, so here we go. Timeout is over. East Columbus getting set. Gets everybody to the line. Howard gets ready and awaits the snap. Snap is there. Hand off to McClure. McClure is missed in the backfield, and he is up and running all the way to the 39-yard line before he is pushed outside, and that will be good for, we'll call that one 13 on first down. And it'll be 1st and 10 with under 3 minutes.
Again, the penetration by number 75, Jordan Lewis, but Lewis unable to bring him down as he couldn't square him up. It was reaching with the arms, and I hate to keep beating a dead horse, but you're not going to arm tackle Nick McClure. He's going to run through any attempted arm tackle like that.
Right. You have to take his feet out from under him, and that did not happen.
He also got out of bounds, which stops the clock as well.
So here we go. East Columbus has the ball on their own 39 with 2 minutes and 59 seconds left here before halftime. Howard takes the snap, and Howard will take this one. Goes up the middle. Not much there, as that one's going to be brought down, maybe a gain of 1.
A little bit slower developing that time, thinking maybe they could use the blocking of McClure to open a hole for Howard, but the St. Pauls defense, there was a hole there initially, but they closed it down pretty quick.
Another score update, Clinton 7, Hyde Trask 7. That one is in the first quarter.
That's unusual because – not unusual, but
yeah,
I'll think of the word for what it is. Unexpected, maybe. There we go, unexpected.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go, thank you.
All right, so here we go. Howard waits the snap, takes the snap, drops back. He's going to pass. Pressure coming. He's hit, but not before he gets a big pass play off to Elijah Gresham into St. Paul territory all the way down to the 36-yard line. And that was an impressive pass because there was 2 men coming head, steam, full on to hit him.
Howard showed a lot of intestinal fortitude
Yes, sir.
on that one because he was hit when he let it go. But when you got Elijah Gresham out there, you get the football up in the air and say, big man, go get it. And it's like he's going up after a defensive rebound.
Update on the Red Springs West Columbus. Red Springs 14, West Columbus 0. That one is at Red Springs. I don't know where the tongue tying's coming from today, but it's
And it's Friday. It's not like
know.
it's Thursday or Halloween or anything.
Oh, my goodness. Snap, handoff to Melvin. Melvin sweeps left, breaks the tackle, cuts it back upfield, gets it down to the
2-yard line.
line.
Gain of 4. Gain of 4, and could have been a loss of about 4 on the play.
I thought it was going to be.
As Devon Smith broke through and got a hand on Melvin, but all he did was slow him down a step, and then he quickly regained his momentum and was able to go downfield for a gain of 4, brings up 2nd and 6.
Time's closing out.
Down to a minute 10. East Columbus does have 1 timeout remaining.
Here we go. Howard takes the snap, drops back a little pass out to number 3, Dumas, and he is all the way down to the 23-4. Let's call that one the 23-yard line. Quick little screen pass out, and Chains
move again.
And I think he got – yeah, he did get it. Well, no,
he got the first down, and they reset the chains, and he did not get out of bounds. I know that Coach Haney hated to use that timeout before this drive started simply for personnel. He'd like to have it right now.
Howard takes the snap, drops back. He's going to pass, throws it to Gresham, and Gresham just didn't get turned back around as the ball goes a little past Gresham to his right.
That was a play where the timing is everything. As a quarterback, you're probably going to release that ball just as the receiver comes out of the break, and it has to be done numerous times. I guess there was a penalty.
I missed the call, but it took him back 5 yards. It was an illegal procedure.
Okay, a procedure penalty. Must have only been 6 men on the line of scrimmage for the flag not to have been thrown.
So here we go. It'll be 1st and 15.
Yep.
Howard's going to drop back. He rolls to his left. He's going to keep it, cuts back up the middle, and will take it all the way down to the 18-yard line. 20.5 seconds left here in the second quarter. Halftime is almost here. East leads 14-8. They have the ball on the St. Pauls 18, but time is becoming an enemy right in this section.
Coach Haney had to use his final timeout in order to get his team organized. That procedure penalty, since the clock was running on the prior play, the official wound the clock even though the pass was incomplete, and that probably cost the Gators an extra 10 or 15 seconds. But, hey, when you got Gresham and you're within, let's see, the ball spotted on the what?
Looks like it's about the 18.
About the 18. Let him go down, put it up, jump ball if nothing else. And you got better than a 50-50 chance against most defensive backs that he can bring it down.
With 20, you're either going to have to run the sideline or throw there. You don't have a lot of time you could dial up a couple quick plays.
Any play that doesn't go for a first down that stops in the field of play is the clock, in all likelihood, will run out before they can get another play off.
So here we go. Second down. Howard in the option. McClure directly to his right. Looks the defense over, takes the snap, hands off to McClure. McClure breaks one tackle in the backfield, still on his feet, and he will get down to the 13-yard line. And time is down under 10 seconds, and I don't know.
They're going to stop the clock, signal the first down. The clock should have stopped.
And it never did.
It did not. Now it does. And I think that they're going to add some time back to the clock.
Is it 0.6 seconds right now?
It was I think maybe should have been 7 or 8 seconds when they did have when the official signaled that it was first down and to stop the clock so they could reset the chains.
So let's see what happens here. Officials are coming over to the re-signal there. Score update, Fairmont 8, South Columbus 6. So there's an interesting score.
Yes, very interesting. But Fairmont passing game is very capable of making big plays.
Yes, they are. We saw that at West Columbus a few weeks ago. Clock has started. Going to have to get a quick snap. One more shot. Melvin drops back, throws it up in the end zone over the head of Greg Melvin. Incomplete, and it'll be halftime. 2 quarters are in the books. 14-8. East Columbus leads St. Pauls here in the Swamp, and we are getting ready to bring you some halftime activities very shortly because it is homecoming night here at East Columbus. So we're going to hook up to the PA system, and you will be able to hear. Well, we hope this is the way this is going to work. But we will let them take over while halftime goes, and we will have some time to talk about the first half when halftime has come to an end. So everybody's kind of getting set up here as we'll have a little bit longer halftime than normal tonight. And homecoming has drawn a pretty good crowd tonight, Franklin.
Homecomings usually do, and a lot of the people are not choosing to get in the bleachers. I think if you had everyone that was lined up along the fence from almost goal line to goal line here and around in front of the concession stand, the home side bleachers would probably be 80% full, I would think.
I think you're right on target.
And they've seen a very good first half by this Gator football team, leading 14-8, even though St. Pauls took the opening drive, boogity, 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 right on down the field. 9 plays, 70 yards, 4 minutes, 51 seconds, but that didn't deter East Columbus. They responded with a 4-play, 57-yard drive, 1:58. The extra point was run in for St. Pauls, was unsuccessful for East Columbus, 8-6. After that, the Gator defense really stood up and played well the remainder of the half to shut out St. Pauls and able to get on the scoreboard. And if it hadn't been for the half running out, probably had another drive that would have produced points too.
Yeah, there's a few, either maybe another timeout or a few more been able to finish the drives out. Real good chance of possibly seeing 3 to 8 more in that play. So here we go. We're getting ready to see the homecoming courts come in, and we're going to switch over to the PA system, and we will join you back here a little bit later with commentary. Maybe. So let's see here. I'm going to recap a few scores while we get some last minute here. Clinton 7, Trask 7, Red Springs 14, West Columbus 0, Fairmont 8, South.
Yeah, that was on.
Yeah. So they've got everybody lined. Everybody's lined up on the track, so they'll start their festivities here in a minute. Waiting to get a couple PA things adjusted here. And we will see what we got here. So camera-wise, you can probably, they're working on showing the people walking up. And all right, so here we go. We're going to switch over.
For East Columbus High School. Can you hear me? To the 22nd homecoming celebration for East Columbus High School. We are going to begin tonight's halftime coronation activities with the introduction of our candidates for Big Man on Campus. Our first candidate this evening is Ryan Tremaine Howard. Ryan is the son of Felicia Waters and Ryan Howard. Ryan plans to attend ECU and major in radiology. Ryan is a big fan of hunting and playing baseball. He spends his weekends spending time with friends and family. Ryan believes that his experiences at ECHS have taught him to be a good role model. He says that he has also learned what it takes to be a more responsible person. Our second candidate this evening is Evan Joseph Olson. Evan is the son of Joe and Beth Olson of Lake Waccamaw. Evan plans to attend UNCW or NC State to pursue a degree in nursing. Evan believes that he embodies the spirit of ECHS through a positive attitude and high academic standing. One lesson that Evan has learned while attending ECHS is that you can't let a school, home, or community define you or your future. Our third and last contestant for Big Man on campus is Richard William Roby Jr. He is the son of Rick and Judy Roby. Rick plans to attend college after high school, but he is undecided on a school. No matter the school that he chooses, he hopes that he can play baseball because that has been his love for 14 years. Rick says that he has learned a lot of important lessons while attending East Columbus, but the most important thing is to always try your best at everything you do. Now, our candidates for 2013-2014 Homecoming Queen. Shakuria Faulkner is the daughter of Jermaine and Yolanda Faulkner of East Arcadia. Shakuria is active in East Columbus High School's Rockamy Robotics Team and East Columbus Marching Band. In her spare time, she enjoys babysitting for people in her community. Shakuria plans to attend a 4-year school after graduation. She wishes to pursue a career in pediatric nursing. Shakuria believes that she embodies the spirit of ECHS by attending every game and supporting her friends and teachers here at ECHS. Shakuria is being escorted tonight by Choice Spalding. Our next candidate is Macy Angelica Jacobs. Macy is the daughter of Maceo and Janet Jacobs of Regalwood. Macy is active in Rockamy Club, varsity cheerleading, and flag squad. In her spare time, Macy is active in her church. She says that she also likes spending time with family. During the holiday season, she, along with her mother and sister, help deliver food to the elderly and homeless in Wilmington. She plans to attend UNC Greensboro next fall. Macy believes that she embodies the spirit of ECHS by cheering and supporting our school in everything we do. Macy is being escorted tonight by Jamion Brown. Our next candidate is Lauren Gus Jenkins. Lauren is the daughter of Corey and Kim Fitch and Stephen and Ida Jenkins. Lauren is a standout player in both basketball and soccer. She has worked at Dale's Seafood at Lake Waccamaw for the past 5 years. She has also volunteered to work with youth programs at her church. She believes that she embodies the spirit of East Columbus High School by being a positive and upbeat person. She encourages other students as they partake in high school sports and various extracurricular activities. Lauren plans to attend a 4-year college and earn a degree in the physical education field. It is her dream to play college basketball. Lauren's escort this evening is her brother, Ben Jenkins. Our next candidate is Maya Kinlaw. Maya is the daughter of Angie and Eddie Mitchell of Bolton. Maya attends Waters Chapel AME Zion in Bolton, and she tutors at the Bolton Youth Center. Maya believes that she embodies the spirit of ECHS by being on the dance and flag teams and by supporting Gator athletics. Maya plans to attend college after high school. Maya says that in the short period of time that she has been a student at ECHS, she has learned to pay attention and be prepared for tests. Maya is escorted tonight by Kashim Robinson. Our next candidate is Lily Rebecca Malpas. She is the daughter of Eddie and Amy Malpas of Hallsboro. Lily is the student body president as well as our FFA chapter president. She is currently serving as the Three Rivers Federation vice president. She has been an active member of the Girl Scouts for 14 years. Lily believes that she embodies the spirit of ECHS through her success as a student who excels in the classroom as well as the soccer field and tennis court. Lily plans to attend East Carolina University and major in biology. She hopes to become a nurse or medical researcher. She says that East Columbus has taught her that you do not have to change yourself to fit in. Lily's escort this evening is JROTC cadet Travis Ward. Our next candidate is Donetta Monique McBride. She is the daughter of Billy and Angela Six of Clarkton. She plans to attend a 4-year college to pursue a career in nursing. Donetta is a member of the Civic Association and the Hallsborough Fire Department. Donetta believes that she embodies the spirit of ECHS by being a part of the Gator Girls dance team as well as a varsity cheerleader. One important lesson that she has learned while attending ECHS is that you have to be your own person. Donetta's escort this evening is Taryn Baldwin. Shantanea Monet McLean is the daughter of Lavita Spalding of Farmers Union. She is the granddaughter of Reverend and Mrs. Thurman Chestnut Sr. of Hallsborough. Monet is a varsity cheerleader and manager for the East Columbus High School Marching Band. She is a member of the Welch's Creek Missionary Baptist Church, where she performs with the praise and dance team. She is also the secretary of the youth department of the Brunswick and Waccamaw Missionary Baptist Association. Monet says that the one thing that she has learned outside her required coursework is that judging people is not ethical. People will always be who they are, and you cannot change that. Monet's escort this evening is Elisha Gresham. Our final contestant this evening is Madison Faith Patrick. Madison is the daughter of Jamie and Cindy Patrick of Buckhead. Madison plans to attend Southeastern Community College and transfer to Campbell University, where she plans to pursue a degree in pharmacy. Madison believes that she embodies the spirit of ECHS by showing academic honesty, respecting others, and by taking responsibility for her actions. Madison says that the one thing that she has learned at ECHS is responsibility. She is a member of the varsity volleyball and softball teams. She attends New Hope Baptist Church, and she is an active member of the youth group choir and drama team. She also takes pride in being a member of the Waccamaw Siouan tribe. Madison's escort this evening is McKinley Wells. Stormy Jacobs, our 2012 homecoming queen, will now present the crowns to our new royalty. We will begin with the crowning of our big man on campus. This year's big man on campus is Ryan Tremaine Howard. And now, the moment that you have all been waiting for, the crowning of this year's homecoming queen. Your East Columbus High School second runner-up is Miss Lauren Jenkins. Your first runner-up, Miss Lily Malpas. And finally, the 2013-2014 homecoming queen is Miss Madison Patrick. Congratulations, Ryan Howard and Miss Madison Patrick.
Hopefully, you're able to hear the homecoming announcements from the PA system here. Time is down to just under 5 minutes as you can still see pictures being taken. Big man on campus, Ryan Howard, and homecoming queen, Madison
Patrick.
There we go. Mine went the wrong way. Yeah, that's what I needed. That's, you know what? We're going to work on it for next year. We're going to get some numbers on the homecoming court, and then we might be all right from there. Franklin, I'm interested in knowing a little more about the Columbus Cup.
Well, I'm glad you asked. The Columbus Cup is in its inaugural year, and it is a competition. He probably had to turn me down because I'm so excited about the Columbus Cup. It's a competition that the Columbus County Sports Network, along with HB Outdoor Signage, is sponsoring for competition among the 4 public high schools in Columbus County that encompasses all sports, all genders. And anytime 2 county teams match up, there are points at stake, whether it's a varsity football match or a JV volleyball match. We're even including the bowling in it this year.
Cool.
JV basketball, varsity basketball, girls, boys, anything that all 4 of the Columbus County public high schools, all field teams in, can earn you Columbus Cup points. And we've got a website.
And now, for your halftime entertainment,
We've still got the got a website, columbuscup.net, where you can go to get up-to-date schedules with the schedule changes that have been made. You can get scores from all of the county teams and all of the sports. You can get upcoming schedules. You can get upcoming middle school schedules.
Oh, wow.
The standings are on there. There's a Twitter feed where that's constantly updated with information that Mr. Mark Council does a good job of doing. Should I mention him?
Yeah.
I mean, he's had a little bit to do with this.
We'll give him some credit.
I've got to say, and I do it jokingly a whole lot, but Kelly Jones has been instrumental in helping put this together. Of course, the cooperation of the people at the 4 high schools as well, the superintendents, the athletic directors, everybody has really come together to make this a very useful site for anyone that's interested in high school and middle school sports in Columbus County. And what we plan to do at the end of the year, there will be a high school that wins the Columbus Cup. And we keep moving it around in different locations in Columbus County. There are several sponsors of the Columbus Cup that have helped with some of the costs associated with it. And we display it in their businesses. And then at the end of the school year, when all the regular season play has taken place, we'll present it to the school that's accumulated the most points. You can go on the site and you can see how the points are earned. And there's even a sportsmanship aspect to it. If you have ejections, you lose points. The superintendents, the administrators were wanting something along with the play on the field, the sportsmanship aspect to be counted in, and that has had some small effect on the scores that have been garnered so far this fall.
Now, did you, and I might have missed this or misunderstood, it only counts when they play each other?
That is correct.
Okay.
It's people have compared it to the old Wachovia Cup, which is the Wells Fargo Cup now, where you earn points for where you finished in conference play. You earn points simply by your contest with other Columbus County schools.
Okay.
And I encourage it's really too extensive to go into all the ways to earn points, but I encourage people to go to columbuscup.net and go to the About, and all of the rules are specified, point values, everything. And right now, in the standings, after most of the fall sports have been completed, Whiteville has a lead, but there is a very good battle going on for second place right now between South and East Columbus.
Oh, wow.
But there are so many points available in the winter with you got 4 basketball teams
Yeah.
playing that could shift at any point in time. So it's something that we wanted to draw attention to the overall programs at the schools, not just the ones that get the most publicity. Your football team, or basketball, baseball is big in this area.
Right.
But we wanted junior varsity volleyball to have a say so in this, and this is a way where they can earn points too.
That's good. Yeah, that keeps that rivalry in county going and alive.
So, like I said, I encourage if you're interested, check out the ColumbusCup.net and follow along with it. And it is a good source of, like today, when we got the word that this ball game had been moved from 7:30 to 7. Within a few minutes of that announcement being made, that was on our Twitter feed, and our schedule had noted that time change. So if you ever have questions about that, the athletic directors get in touch with me, and I try to update that as soon as possible. So rather than having to call the school, it gives you somewhere where you can go and get that kind of information.
Well, I've got a couple updates, and I'm going to turn you loose on stats. Clinton 41, Hyde Trask 14. I think that's a final. Fairmont 16, South Columbus 14. 10 minutes and 48 seconds left in the half.
I'm really surprised that South Columbus only had. I'm not surprised that Fairmont has 16, but I am surprised that I'm not surprised that Fairmont has 16. I am surprised that South Columbus only has 14. Let me get my teams right there.
Yeah, West Columbus is trailing Red Springs 28-0 early in the second quarter, and Croatan 17, Southwest Onslow 0. So I bet you've got some stats for us.
I've got somebody sending me a text saying that they're confused. Am I at East Columbus? Yes, I am at East Columbus. and here the score at the half is East Columbus 14, St. Pauls 8. I've got don't have any individual stats for you at this time, but can tell you that East Columbus has garnered 12 first downs in the first half on 23 plays. They possessed the ball 12 minutes, 20 seconds. They committed 7 penalties for a total of 32 yards. St. Pauls has had 6 first downs, but of those 6 first downs, 4 came on the first drive. They've run 21 offensive plays and had 11 minutes and 40 seconds of possession. Just 2 penalties for 10 yards. Punts, even. East Columbus 1 for 36. St. Pauls 1 for 37. And big play, Greg Melvin's interception on St. Paul's second drive is the only turnover in the ball game. And, of course, that a big one. Recapping the drives, St. Paul's took the opening kickoff 70 yards, 9 plays, 4:51 off the clock. And McMillan scored from 6 yards out. After an offside penalty against East, they chose to run for the extra point. McMillan able to take that in, 8-0 St. Paul's. The Gators responded, 4 plays, 57 yards, a minute 58 off the clock. Greg Melvin scoring from 18 yards out. The run for 2 was no good, 8-6 St. Paul's. And then in the second quarter with 6:11 remaining, 9-yard pass from Ryan Howard to Elijah Gresham gave the Gators a 12-8 lead, and the 2-point conversion run by Melvin was good, and it's 14-8, and that's where we stand here getting ready to enter the second half.
Yeah, third quarter very, very soon to get underway. East Columbus has taken the field, and they won the coin flip at the beginning. They deferred, and it will come to them to get started as they tried to put in a quick score at halftime, but the final play was an incomplete pass to Elijah Gresham, and they will take a shot now. They've moved the ball fairly easily tonight, and they've had really good defense.
Yeah, the only thing that really stopped them was the clock at the end of the first half. If they had been able to continue to run their normal offense, I think they would have put another touchdown on the board.
So Melvin sets up on his 20-yard line, but now St. Paul's ain't scared to put an onside kick, and there they kicked one back deep. Fielded at the 20. Melvin has it. Melvin cuts to the right, runs into some of his own players, and will be brought down at the 32-yard line to start this third quarter possession for East Columbus.
Good kickoff coverage that time by St. Pauls to hold Melvin to just going to mark it at the 32-yard line, so a return of 14 yards.
So here comes Jalen Dumas comes out. Greg Melvin comes in to get this first series started. Ryan Howard in the back win the option with Nick McClure directly to his left. Gresham will be set up on the home side, and we'll have two twins on the visitor side. So 11 minutes and 52 seconds. We've just gotten started. This is 89.
Okay, Jake Austin with an equipment issue, so someone new in snapping the football. That's Antonio Godwin, so let's see how this snap goes.
It's high, but it's brought down. Oops, and it's handed off to, I think that was Melvin.
Yeah. Gain of 2 out to the 34. You know, we talked about how well-oiled the East Columbus offense looked in the first half, and that was partially due to the snaps being crisp and no problems in the backfield handling the snaps or ball handling issues. And with Austin out of the ball game, you always wonder when you have a backup center in there, especially when you're doing shotgun snaps.
Yeah, we have seen this once before, and it sometimes does make a difference. So 2nd and 8. High snap, but brought down. Handoff. No, fake. Little pass out to Nick McClure. McClure will be all the way up to the 45-yard line on that play. And that'll move the chains.
It looked kind of like a screen pass, but really he didn't have any offensive linemen out in front of him, so more of a swing pass to McClure out of the backfield, but he's able to take it all the way out to the 45. First down for the Gators.
So 10 minutes and 52 seconds left here in the third quarter. East Columbus has the ball to start the third quarter. They lead St. Pauls 14-8. Howard will be there in the option with Melvin directly behind him. Snap, handoff to Melvin. Melvin straight up the middle and gets it all the way up to the 49-yard line of St. Pauls before he is brought down, and that'll be good for 6 on 1st and 10.
Good run, hard run there by Melvin. No juking or jiving on that one. Just simply took the handoff and took it right up the gut, put his head down, and powered forward across the 50 to the Bulldog 49-yard line. You know who some of the biggest Gator fans are tonight, don't you?
Who's that?
South Columbus Stallions.
Oh, you're
because
definitely
that
right
would
there.
that'd give St. Pauls 2 conference losses and put the Stallions possibly in line for a conference championship.
So here we go. We've got a snap back. Howard looks. He's going to throw to his left. Almost picked off by number 3, Jacob Louder. Intended. Wasn't sure which one was over there. Got a still Clinton 41, Trask 14. And that is a final on that one. So updating that one as Clinton comes away with a win there. 9:49 left here. East Columbus leads St. Pauls 14-8. They have the ball on the St. Paul 49-yard line, 2nd and 10 or 3rd.
South Columbus better not be paying too much attention to this ball game. I think they have their hands full with Fairmont right now.
So 3rd down here. Handoff to Melvin. Melvin swings left. Cuts a corner and gets tripped up. I believe we're going to have a flag as he gets it.
And a second flag. And I think they're for 2 separate infractions.
I believe you're right.
One of them I'm pretty sure is a hold on the Gators. The second one came in real late.
Right now it's a gain of 3, and I think
it would be 4th and 1 if they don't take the penalty. But I imagine they'll take it and back them up. 4th and 1, you would think the Gators would be tempted to go for it.
Let's see what we got here. Well, they're going back with it. And if that's the football there, that wasn't a no gain on that play. So we will move that one back 10 yards unless there's another penalty. Yeah. You are correct, Franklin. That is 2 separate fouls. So.
Now, he did not give the dead ball signal. If the personal foul was dead ball, then they could actually take both of these penalties, and the Gators could be moved back 25.
All right, so
one of them's from the spot of the foul. The other one is a 15-yarder, and from where the hold took place, it looks like either one of them would be about the same amount, and they are choosing to take the penalty rather than make it fourth and a long one or a short two.
So we'll wait here as they.
Sometimes people wonder, why do you pause during the broadcast? And the reason is because they have paused on the field trying to figure out what exactly it is they want to do.
And I'm not talented enough to do two things at once.
And they are going to accept the holding penalty.
So that's going to take it back to the 38-yard line.
Yep, going to be marked off from the 48 back to the 38.
So we will have real close to 3rd and 15.
Got to get the ball to the 45-yard line, so looks like 3rd and 17.
Yeah, even longer. 9 minutes and 42 seconds. East is on their first drive of the third quarter. They lead 14-8, but they're in a long third down. McClure back with Howard. Howard drops back, passes it out to Melvin. Melvin gets to the 40, cuts back, but not much more, and he'll be taken down at the 41-yard line for a gain, 42 for a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 4th and 13 from the East Columbus 42-yard line.
So a promising drive to start the third quarter off is stopped by a penalty.
Score update, Red Springs 35, West Columbus 7. And we have Graham back to punt. Snap is there. The punt is up. End over end. Hits at the 40 and will be down there on the 36-yard line by Elijah Gresham. And St. Pauls will start there on their own 36. 8 minutes and 53 seconds remaining in the third quarter. East Columbus 14, St. Pauls 8. All right, so we're switching sides out here.
In my next life, I'm going to come back as a press box designer for high schools. Got good room up here. It's just a little challenging as to being able to see where the clock is situated, since it is on the home side, and I have a bad angle from where I'm at.
Yeah, that one, you are in a little rough spot there. So Livingston in the option there. McMillan, Inman back. Handoff to Inman. Inman cuts it up the middle, still on his feet all the way up to the 44-yard line before he'll be brought down 43. And that'll be good for 7, and it'll be 2nd and 3.
This young man, Inman, is not someone that shows up very much on their stats, has not carried the football. It's been primarily Livingston, McMillan, and Charles Walters. So Inman adding a new wrinkle to the St. Pauls offense.
Snap to Livingston, handoff to Inman. Inman up the middle, all the way to the 50-yard line, and that'll move the chains. Yeah, well, I may be wrong, but I do not remember seeing Inman touch the ball a single time last week in South Columbus. So 1st and 10, St. Pauls has it on the 50-yard line, trailing East Columbus 14-8. And we're down to just about 8 minutes remaining here in the third quarter.
He's only 5'7", 150, but he runs the football hard in between the tackles.
Snap, handoff to Inman. Inman up the middle, still on his feet, and all the way down to the 41-yard line. Gain of 9 on 1st and 10.
And got some good acceleration, too. He saw that hole and hit the gas and was through there before the Gator front line had any opportunity at all to get a hand on him.
Update in South Columbus 28, Fairmont 16. So South Columbus puts some more points on the board there.
And that's with 5:46 to go in the first half.
Handoff to McMillan, and that one's going nowhere.
It was 2nd and short, and now it's going to be 3rd and short, as you said. McMillan, no success whatsoever.
So 7 minutes and 13 seconds here, third quarter. St. Pauls has the ball on East 41. trailing 14-8.
One of the disadvantages of the offense when your quarterback's in the shotgun, everything takes place 4 to 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage and on short yardage, and I see he's going under center on this play.
And you don't see that very often. Hand off to McMillan, and McMillan will be over to first down, and he will take it up to the 38-yard line. So that one will be good for 3 and give him a first down.
That was one of the key plays. I think you've got a score. Go ahead.
No, I'm good.
Okay, that was one of the key plays when Whiteville and St. Pauls faced each other. A fourth down play, short yardage, and they chose to run from the shotgun. Whiteville got penetration and kept them from getting that first down.
All right, Livingston has the ball, and it is handed off to Inman. Inman had almost lost it, but he recovers it, takes it down to the 20-yard line, and that's going to be good for 18 yards, and that'll move those down markers.
You know, when you bobble the ball like that, sometimes it causes the defense to hesitate a little bit, maybe looking for the football to come loose. But the running back is not thinking about that. He's capturing the football, and the legs are still running, and that was a nice 17-yard run by Inman on that play.
All right, Livingston high snap, will keep it himself, and heads it to the 19-yard line, so a gain of 1 on the play. 6 minutes left here in the third quarter. St. Pauls has the ball on the East Columbus 19, but they trail East 14-8. Waiting on the play to be brought in. He sets his line as East Columbus is ready on defense. Livingston looks it over one more time, takes the snap, hands off to Inman. Inman goes up the middle, and not much there. Gets it down to the 17 for a gain of 2.
Notice, too, even though we said Inman, like we said, not a big back, but on these plays between the tackles, he's always falling forward. They're not able. He's got good forward lane where when he is tackled, they're not driving him back. He falls forward and picks up that extra yard.
So third down. Livingston still in the gun. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff. Drops back to pass. Pressure's on him. Gets away. Tucks and runs to the 15 and will be pushed out of bounds at the 12-yard line. And that's going to be short of the first down.
It's going to bring up 4th and 2.
Livingston looking over to the sideline to see what play is. Just under 5 minutes left here in the third quarter. First possession of the third quarter for St. Pauls, and they are driving, trailing 14-8, but they are now down in the red zone on the 12.
See if they try to get them to jump off sides here.
Livingston looks over. And I believe that's what they tried.
I've seen that before.
And that's
unless
exactly.
the lineman moved.
Let's see what.
Offside gives them the first down.
All right, so that's going to take the ball down to the. Should move it down to the 7. First and goal from the 7. Just under 5 minutes.
Hate that I was right on that, but that is one of their specialties. Using that hard count when they're not even anticipating running a play to get that first down. 4th first down here of this drive.
And high snap, big hit. Let's see who that was.
Melvin.
Greg Melvin. A high snap, he come unevaded, and down goes Livingston.
All the way back at the 16-yard line.
And there's a big loss on first and goal. 9-yard loss. Second and goal from the 16.
Rain coming down pretty good now, we understand. May have had something to do with that errant snap. Fortunately, we're dry inside.
Yeah, we're catching a break on.
That is one of the advantages of broadcasting.
That is. You don't catch the broadcasting in the summer when it's hot, but you're catching here. Livingston drop backs, looks for the end zone, throws it up. Caught by number 9, Lucan Hunt, and that is good for 6. 16-yard touchdown pass from Livingston to Hunt. 14-14 here in the Swamp. 3 minutes and 49 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
Perfect throw just in the back of the end zone from our vantage point. Couldn't tell. Looked like he may have come down out of bounds, but the official right there on that and did signal touchdown. So that does give St. Paul's the lead again, and they're going to be attempting tied, and they will be attempting the kick to untie this ball game.
Snap to Hunt, ball's down, Rose's kick is up, and it hits the upright and comes back. And we will stay tied with 3 minutes and 49 seconds remaining in the third quarter, 14-14 here at Lake Waccamaw, North Carolina. East Columbus will await the kickoff.
Nice pass play there after getting the lost yardage, making it second goal from the 16, as we said. Livingston able to roll to his right. Perfect pass to Hunt on the just inside the back line of the end zone, but the kick off the upright, so we're all tied up. It's just like starting over.
I think that might be
Maybe we could play 5 or 6 overtimes tonight.
There's always that possibility. I don't think I've
that
ever.
That would make up for the 7 o'clock start.
There we. Yeah, just not right to go home early, is it, Franklin?
No. Especially since I'm here.
All right.
Want to enjoy your company as much as possible.
That is very true. So here we go. Set, and the kick is going to be kicked away, and Melvin will field it on the 15-yard line. He comes up to the 25, hits a block, cuts it back in, still on his feet, all the way up to the 30, looks like 8-yard line. So 23-yard return on that one. And East Columbus will start on their own 38 with 3 minutes and 38 seconds remaining before half, or before the end of the third.
Okay.
Yeah, once again, I was trying to do two things at once. Score update, South Columbus 28, Fairmont 24. Fairmont will not go away.
If their receivers are catching the football, they can put points on the board.
And that's 3 minutes and 43 seconds left before halftime. So here we go. Howard takes the snap, hand off to McClure. McClure does not get a head of steam, and he will be brought down.
Christian Edwards, a sophomore, number 44, brings him down. But again, that young man, Justin Crenshaw, the mighty mite in the middle there, made a good penetration that time to make Nick kind of veer off to the left, and was able to be brought down by Edwards after that.
And that has the ball now on the 34-yard line. So that's going to be a loss of 4 on the play. 2nd and 14. The St. Pauls defense is stiffened up. Howard looks, gets ready for the snap, and takes the snap. Nope.
Offsides.
He did an extra hard count. And he will get back. He will get 5 of the 4, and it'll be 2nd and 9. 2 minutes and 52 seconds left in the third quarter. We got a tie ball game here.
I don't know
in the Swamp.
exactly how that works if you get 5 of the 4. 5 of the 4.
5 of the 4 bet?
I'm going to try that at the bank next time I go.
I just seen if you're paying attention, Franklin.
Always.
2nd and 9. Howard almost got him to jump again. Drops back. He's going to pass. Little pass out to, I don't know who that was intended for, but it will go incomplete, and that was intended for number 3, Jalen Dumas.
Yeah. Pass low and away, and probably a good thing that pass was off target, because it looked like the defensive back on that side from St. Pauls, that's number 3, Jacob Louder, read that well, and if the pass had been up a little bit, he may have had a pick 6 going on there.
He may have. 3rd and 9, 2 minutes and 31 seconds before the end of the third. We got a tie ball game here, and East Columbus has it on their own 39-yard line.
I'm thinking you're going to try to – no, can't get it. If you get it in Melvin's hands, you're going to throw it out of bounds.
Oh, drops back. Going to see another pass by Howard. That one's going to come out to Gresham, complete on the 45, and he's not going to get away.
And he's going to be short of the first down. Needed to get to the 47-yard line, so that's going to bring up a 4th and 3 and a decision for Coach Haney.
This is a tough one here. 2 minutes and 10 seconds. You're in your territory. Running hasn't been as easy the third quarter as it was the first and second quarter. Of course, if you're, the Gators offense wants to go for it. But I don't believe we will see that here. As there's Michael Graham, and I believe we will see a punt. Graham awaits the snap. Snap is there. The punt is I don't know how that wasn't blocked. But it wasn't, and it takes a gator bounce, big gator bounce, as it goes all the way down to the 17-yard line of – so St. Pauls will start on their own 17 with 1:35 left before the end of the third quarter. It's 14-14 here at the Swamp.
And we're not going to a commercial break, are we?
No commercial. Sorry. We do not have them here.
I understand. Excellent punt there by Graham. And as you said, really surprised that was not. I don't think the guy really wanted to block it because he was there.
Yeah.
The ball was actually kicked underneath him. Punt of 39 yards on the punt.
And it's that one may have rolled for close to 20 yards.
Probably so.
All right, so here we go. We got snap to Livingston, handoff to Inman. McMillan.
McMillan that time.
He cannot get anywhere but maybe a yard.
They're going to mark that out to the 18, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9. McMillan's found going tough from the stats last week and again tonight, but I think they've found something with David Inman.
Not sure where my last update was with West Columbus, but it's 35-7, Red Springs over West. It's at the half, and it's extremely wet there that's what the Axelbergs are telling me. So Livingston takes the snap, and he will take it as he goes off right tackle.
Mm-hmm, yeah,
and
out of the 20-yard line. Just a gain of 2.
That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. And actually, they're going to bring it back to the 19, so we're looking at probably 3rd and 8. And so I think St. Pauls – no, they're just switching personnel. I thought there for a minute they'd call a timeout, but here comes Hunt in, and that looked like that was Inman that went out. Okay, so let's see what St. Pauls dials up here. 3rd down and 8. Livingston in the gun. Takes it, drops back. He's going to pass. He rolls to his left. Pressure is big time, and he is going to go down. Sacked by – I think the sack we're going to give to Melvin.
Kashim Robinson,
okay,
number
Robinson.
50 on the sack there. He was pressured by about 4 Gators and really never had a chance to set his feet and look for a receiver as the pressure got there quickly. And good defensive stand there by East Columbus as it's going to be 3 and out, and they're going to force a punt. And that's the end of the third quarter.
There we go. So 3 quarters in the books here at the Swamp. 14-14 is the score. East Columbus will receive the punt to start the fourth quarter. And you were right on that last play. You had Jalen Dumas, Greg Melvin. Who's number 5, Franklin?
5 is we don't have a number 5.
No, I thought maybe you were going to pull one out of your hat there on that one.
Sorry.
And then number 50 comes up, Kashim Robinson. So 4 guys, and there was no corner to turn there. And great pressure there. East forced him out, kept him contained, and, you cut that sideline off, there's nowhere to go. And this has been not expected. I would say by many here tonight. I
don't want to denigrate the Gators football program, but most people, and you could probably include some people probably dressed out in white and blue on the other sideline, thought St. Paul's was going to walk in here and just walk away with an easy victory, and it has been anything but that. In fact, if East Columbus can avoid penalties on the offensive side when they get the ball back, they've shown a consistent moving offense and the ability to both run and throw the football.
If you're St. Paul's, I'm going to show you a scary side right here in just a second. That's Greg Melvin standing.
They put 3 seconds back on the clock, so they are going to.
You do not want to punt with Greg Melvin standing on the St. Paul's 45-yard line, and that's what we're. It's no rush, and Melvin gets it and Melvin's going the other way, but he's going to get a hole. Cuts back up on his feet all the way down to the 35-yard line. And if they'd have put on a punt rush, I don't believe that one would have got off.
Yeah, Coach Haney had called punt return on that, and that was a bad snap. But Melvin able to field the ball. It was a low punt, able to field it on the 42, reversed his field, was heading back towards his own goal line, and then turned it up and went all the way down to the 30.
Yeah,
so
I cheated him 5.
To start the fourth quarter, East Columbus is going to be on the St. Paul's 30-yard line, 1st and 10.
This is a big play, a big drive here because you have got excellent field position. 30 yards separates you in 6 points, and you want the lead. You want to put the pressure back on St. Pauls. So we will. And I wonder if it's still raining. I don't see the umbrellas and the coat, so I'm thinking the rain might be backing off a little bit, which could be a good thing. And we are waiting the fourth quarter here. 3 quarters in the books here, 14-14 here, and it's been a good one. If you have just joined us or just joined us recently, this is 89.9 FM WZCO Chadburn Radio. On the internet, it's www.wzco.org. We thank you for joining us, and we thank you for joining us, Franklin.
I was going to say, and who are you?
I am Rod Likens.
And I'm Franklin Davis, on loan from the Columbus County Sports Network.
Yeah, we had to negotiate a contract for tonight to grab some extra help, and it's always good to have you with us.
Always enjoy working with you.
So here we go. The fans are pumped. 12 minutes left. Gators have the ball on the St. Pauls 30-yard line after a return by Greg Melvin. And see what Coach Haney dials up here on 1st and 10. Snap to Howard. Ooh, little pick. It's a fake or some little trickery. Gresham has it. Can he get it turned? And St. Pauls is not going to have any of that.
Number 75, we've called his number, Jordan Lewis, several times for the penetration. Penetrated and did not chase and was there when the double reverse came back to. There's actually a completed pass on that play because the ball was tossed forward to Dumas before they reversed. So they reversed off of a pass play for a loss of a yard, we'll say.
Not sure. I couldn't quite see, but I think Dumas it wouldn't have been a big game, but I think he could have picked up 5. But, sometimes that extra pitch will open up some big channels. Just quite didn't happen this time. So 2nd and 11. Ball's on the 31 of St. Pauls. There it is. Thought we was going to see it again. This time Dumas will keep it, and he'll get back to the original line of scrimmage, and it's going to be 3rd and 10. Right now, not a whole lot going on offensively for East Columbus here.
The only thing right now that's positive is Howard's percentage passing is improving because of 2 completions on those last 2 little forward tosses to Dumas. But little surprised that East has gone away from that power running game that McClure and Melvin seem to have had quite a bit of success with early in the ballgame. And McClure out on this 3rd down play.
So Melvin back. We got trips left. Hand off to Melvin. Melvin's going to try to turn the corner, and he is not. Nowhere to go. 1 yard gain, and it's 4th and 9.
Jacob Louder, again, a good job at the cornerback spot, fighting off the block and able to bring down Melvin on a one-on-one tackle. So this good field position that East Columbus got here to start off the 4th quarter, haven't done anything with it. It's going to be 4th and 9 from the Bulldog 29-yard line.
You got it. 9 minutes and 48 seconds. Tie ball game here. Big 4th down play by East Columbus. So we're going to run Gresham far right. Going to run trips.
He's being double covered also.
To the far left. And it's going to be pitched to McClure. McClure looks like he's going to throw. Not, and there's nothing there. 2-yard loss.
It did look like McClure wanted to throw the football, but we did say there was double coverage on Gresham. They had him short and long, and he was well covered on the play, and no blocking out in front of him. So McClure taken down for a loss back to the 32-yard line, and that's where St. Pauls will take over.
52.8 seconds left before halftime. South Columbus 32, Fairmont 24. So St. Pauls will take it back. 9 minutes and 24 seconds left here in this one. 14-14 here at East Columbus. And do we have a timeout?
Yes.
So East
Timeout,
Columbus.
East Columbus.
I'm going to talk this one over before they can. We saw a 3 and out by East Columbus in the last defensive stand, and Coach Haney would like to see another 3 and out.
I know Coach Haney hated to call that timeout too when you've got first down. He wishes that he had had an additional timeout that he had to use due to some, getting some proper personnel in the ball game before the Gators' last drive. Could have used that other timeout and maybe saved enough to get another shot at the end zone. And here, with a change of possession, he's having to call timeout. But, maybe rallying the troops saying, hey, let's not get down. Let's stop them here.
Right.
Force to punt, and we'll take it in the next time.
I mean, you've got St. Paul's on their own side of the field, so there's a plus. And your defense, 3 and out last time, there was nowhere to go the last time they went.
And if I'm St. Paul's, David Inman's getting the football because he has shown the ability to make good positive yardage between the tackles. Nothing fancy.
And there's the setup we've seen all night. And that one's going to be handed off to Emmett, and the ball's loose. And there's a pile, and East is saying they have it. And let's see, I've not seen the official. Yes.
East football.
East football. Inman we've seen that several times tonight. Inman gets started without a good lock on that ball, and that time he could not get a hold of it, and it hit the ground as soon as, it's like it went from there to his knee, and once it went to his knee, it was over.
And it looked like there was an East Columbus player in there that was able to maybe get a hand on him before. Hey, great timeout by Coach Haney to get his defense to go out there and force a fumble on the first play.
Definitely. So 1st and 10, East Columbus has the ball on the Bulldog 34. Hand off to McClure. McClure gets it up to the 32-yard line, so gain of 1 to 2 depending on where that first one officially was. And 9 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. 14-14, and East Columbus has just gotten it back off a David Inman fumble. Right about where they
turned it over on downs.
Yes. All right, so here we go. We'll call this one 2nd and 9. Howard has the ball, waits, snaps, hands off. No, keeps it himself. Cuts up right side, still on his feet, and that one's good for all the way to a 24. That should be good for a first down.
Got to get to the 22, I think. Should be bring up 3rd and about 2, I think.
I don't know. He tackled the
chain guy.
The chain guy couldn't see what we had. All right, so we need 3rd and 2 here. 8 minutes and 13 seconds left. Big 3rd down play. East Columbus, time is still running. It is tied here in the Swamp, 14-14. Howard is in the option with Melvin to his right. Waits the snap, takes the snap, hand off to Melvin. Melvin comes back left side, turns the corner to the 20. Oh, they're trying to strip him, but he's not giving it up to the 15-yard line. First down, East Columbus. And we will have a new set of downs as the chains move. Time stops at 7 minutes and 48 seconds. And let's see where the official spot should be. It is the 15-yard line.
Pure speed. Just simply outran. St. Paul's was not blocked. He just simply outran him to the corner.
He did.
And as you said, St. Paul's tried to gang tackle him and strip the football, which they were successful doing last week.
Yes.
But Melvin having none of that.
No, he wrapped it up with both arms, and he knew he had the first. And so here we go. 1st and 10. Snap, handoff to McClure. McClure up the middle, big hole. McClure cuts left, cuts back at the 10. He's loose for a touchdown. East Columbus on a 15-yard touchdown run, and it is 20-14 here in the Swamp. 7 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. East Columbus back on top. They got to be stunned on the other sideline.
There may be some people stunned on this sideline.
What a play. And, like McClure, it looks like he may be down, but if he gets past that line of scrimmage, You better hold on. And he was like a pinball once he got through there.
Big 2-point conversion here now for the Gators. If they can convert here, then you know that St. Paul's can't do anything on their next drive to take the lead.
Yeah, this is big.
They may have to take a timeout.
Ryan Howard, you got Terry Brown, Jalen Dumas, Nick McClure all in the backfield. Brown goes in motion. What do we have?
Timeout.
Did East Columbus take?
Yeah.
All right, so we got a timeout here before the 2-point. Were we running out of time?
Coach Haney sprinted all the way down to the official on the 3-yard line to get that timeout called before the delay was called.
7 minutes, 12 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. 20-14, East Columbus leads St. Pauls. Getting ready to go for a 2-point conversion, and if they are successful, all St. Pauls could do would be to tie on the next drive. They could not take the lead. This is big. 2 yards separates East from that 8-point lead. And Haney is having a discussion with his men before they snap this ball.
You know, on that touchdown drive, it was 59 seconds, 4 plays, and much more like the offense that we saw East Columbus running primarily in the first half, mixing up the outside runs of Melvin with the inside runs of McClure. The quarterback, Ryan Howard, had a nice run on the keeper as well, and able to, whatever Hank Stram said about the ball down the field, matriculate the ball down the field to score.
So here we go. Same setup. Howard sends Brown in motion. Takes the snap. Handoff McClure. McClure up the middle. McClure is waiting on a signal.
He's
waiting
in.
on a signal.
He's in. Far side says he's in.
2-point conversion, Nick McClure, and it's 22-14. 8-point lead here in the Swamp. East Columbus over St. Pauls. It's got that feeling of last year here, Franklin. This is the first time, and we've been here several times, but this is the first time this year that you can feel the excitement from last year. You can see the big drives. You can see the power plays. You can feel the momentum that was in this stadium last year. It is back. November 1st, it is back. Northside 19, North Brunswick 6. That is a final, and that was at North Brunswick. That's big.
And that gives Northside, I think, unless there's a really big upset next week, they should be the East Central champion with that victory. The worst they can do is tie for the championship now.
7 minutes, 20 seconds. That's all that separates this game from being over. East Columbus getting ready to kick off to St. Pauls. They have a 22-14 lead here in the Swamp, and the rain has started to come back down. The kick is deep, be fielded on the 18 by Crawford. And Crawford's got a seam, and he will take it all the way up to the 39-yard line. So Javon Crawford takes that one for 21 yards on the return. 7 minutes and 11 seconds left. East leads 22-14.
Not necessarily a bad thing that the rain's coming down heavier either when you got the lead and the other team has the football.
That is true. Halftime, South Columbus 34, Fairmont 24. Saw the umbrellas pop up, looked in the lights, and it's coming down good. Here we're going to run a – Livingston's going to bring the – Walters. We haven't seen Walters.
Offside. Again, that hard count where they're not going to run a play.
So this time Walters is going to relieve Inman, and McMillan will be in the backfield. So 1st and 10 is now 1st and 5. St. Paul's has it on their own 44. 7 minutes and 11 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. Inman stays in the option. Takes the snap. I don't know. Oh, he breaks free. And that one will be taken down at the 40.
Oh, they're going to call a flag for unnecessary roughness as after Walters' forward progress was stopped. The East Columbus player couldn't hear the whistle up here, but it was pretty much a super flex.
Yeah, that's a big penalty. Should be enough for a first down, but it doesn't matter. That 15 yards is going to go along with it. Personal foul.
So the run, I think, was good enough for a first down.
Based on where the official is, you are correct.
And then the penalty is going to add 15 more yards to it and place the football at the 36-yard line of the Gators.
Big penalty on that one. Big costly penalty. 6 minutes, 53 seconds here to play in the fourth quarter. East leads 22-14.
That's 11 flags on the Gators tonight, too.
That's tough on you. And that was almost a busted play because I don't know if it's designed like that, but they ran for a yard with the ball together. Going to be a pass down deep. Their separation. And it is
Touchdown.
36-yard touchdown pass from number 5, Malik Livingston, to number 21, Tim Billinger. And just like that, the 8-point lead has now been cut to 2, 22-20 here in the Swamp.
Get the other team kind of on their heels, the personal foul. They're still thinking about that possibly, and you come back with the big play and perfect throw again. When Livingston's had time to throw, he's been on the money.
You cannot give Malik Livingston time to throw. And number 21, Tim Billinger, we saw him several catches last week. He can get separation, and when he does, it's over. 2-point conversion to tie this one up. Livingston in the gun. Looks over the side.
And the Gators jump off sides again, and that's going to move the ball half the distance to the goal line and make the conversion that much easier.
12 penalties. That one don't have a lot of yardage attached to it.
No, but
it hurts
when it's the difference in the 3-yard line and the 1.5-yard line on a conversion to tie the game.
That is big.
Again, it's not necessarily all penalties are not created equal.
No, sir, they're not. So let's see what they dial up here. 1.5 yards, handoff, and good penetration, and he'll be taken down. No good. Number 54, Michael Graham, penetrates the offensive line, takes down McMillan, and East Columbus will hold on to a 2-point lead. 6 minutes and 39 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. East Columbus 22, St. Pauls 20, and the rain is coming down hard.
I thought that yard and a half was going to make a big difference there as he was trying to lunge for the goal line there at the last, where if that play had been from the 3, it would have been very obvious that he wasn't in. But still, great defensive stand there by the Gators to come back after that 36-yard touchdown pass and close the door and maintain the lead.
Michael Graham busted through that offensive line, wrapped up McMillan, and took him to the ground before he could get that 1.5 yards and protects the 2-point lead of East Columbus. So let's see what we see here. And looking at that, wouldn't shock me a bit if we don't see an onside kick. We hadn't seen one yet, but it looks like one coming here. So East Columbus hopefully learned something from last week. Watching South Columbus. Here we go, and it is good hands. And it'll be caught on the 45-yard line. Did not see who came up with it. Looks like 24, Jordan Freeman. I might be wrong.
Yeah, good job by Jordan Freeman. The only thing that I would recommend to the young man is after you catch the ball, don't squat down, fall down.
Fall down. All right, so East Columbus, 6 minutes and 36 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. They lead 22-20 over St. Pauls, and they have the ball on their own 45-yard line. I'm grinding this baby out with McClure and Melvin.
About a 6-minute, 30-second drive for a touchdown would be good with you?
Yes, sir. That would be outstanding.
St. Pauls does have all of their timeouts remaining, by the way.
And Nick McClure will start in the backfield with Howard. And I believe that one's going to go in the favor of East Columbus.
Turnabout's fair play,
That's right. I agree.
You're going to go on a long count. We're going to go on a long count, too.
And that'll take it to the 50. First and 5. Ball's on the 50-yard line. East Columbus possession. They lead 22-20. 6 minutes and 36 seconds remaining here in the game. McClure stays in the backfield along with Howard. And we will await the, let's see here. Takes the snap, hand off to McClure. McClure up the middle, big hole, and McClure down to the 42-yard line, 3-yard line. 7-yard gain on 1st and 5, and those chains will move, and it's 1st and 10 on the 42-yard line into St. Paul's territory. East Columbus ball. 6 minutes and 27 seconds remaining here in the game. 22-20.
East Columbus shouldn't be in any hurry. Burn as much time off the clock as possible. St. Paul's does have all 3 of their timeouts remaining. East Columbus has 1 remaining.
Howard still in the option, still has McClure. McClure directly to his right.
Okay.
There we go. And he's going to pass. Little pass out to Melvin. Melvin gets the corner to the 40, 35, 30, cuts back, 25, 20, out of bounds at the 20-yard line.
And almost takes the camera out.
Almost took out Jonathan Smith. Jonathan almost got involved in his first play of the season, even though he's not on the team.
Just a little quick swing pass out to Melvin in the left flat. And his speed, his speed along with a good block. I think that was Dumas out there on the left making the block for him on the cornerback that sprung him for the long gain. Unfortunately, he did go out of bounds, so that means that the clock does stop. But we'll take a stop clock for a gain of 22.
That's right. Thumbs up to Jonathan Smith for ducking that tackle. 5 minutes, 48 seconds left here. First down and 10. Ball's on the 20-yard line. McClure still in the backfield. Howard takes the snap, handoff to McClure. McClure up the middle, all the way down to the 16-yard line. Gain of, let's call that one a 17 and a gain of 3 on 1st and 10.
And now, even though we don't have a play clock, you can tell when you get the 5 seconds on the play clock by looking at the official in the back, because he will raise his hand and start doing the count. So East Columbus wants to take as much time as possible off of the play clock as they can before snapping the football.
So East is starting to get set as they watch the official. McClure still in the backfield. 5 minutes and 12 seconds left before this one is officially over. There goes Dumas in motion. He stops, handoff. McClure up the middle, big hole, cuts right, still on his feet, all the way down to the 10-yard line. And that one is good for
first down.
First down. 4 minutes, 58 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. 22-20, East Columbus over St. Paul's. And we got first and goal. Here comes Gresham there as East Columbus is looking for the play. Time is rolling under 5 minutes. 10 yards separates East Columbus from the goal line here. Taking their time, letting the clock slowly tick down as they have the ball moving in their direction. Howard takes the snap, handoff to McClure. McClure up the middle and powers his way to the 5-yard line. 5-yard gain and first and goal. And it'll be second and goal from they'll call that one the 6. We're going to give him a long 4. Time's running, 4 minutes and 20 seconds left here in this game. East Columbus 22, St. Pauls 20. And East Columbus is knocking on the door to putting in another score.
And who have they relied on in this drive? Number 34 and number 7, McClure and Melvin.
That is a combination worth putting your faith in. Here we go. Howard still watching the official. Gets ready. And a snap. Handoff to McClure. McClure up the middle. McClure's got a full set of steam. And it is good! 6 points, Nick McClure. And it is now 28-20 here in the Swamp. 3 minutes and 45 seconds left in the game. East Columbus goes up by 8 and now have his choice whether to kick 1 or go for 2. Either way they go, if they can make this happen, it's a 2-possession game, and it's looking better for the Gators every minute. Let's see what we got here as they get situated down there. There is a lot of stunned folks across this sideline, and there's a lot of Pump fans on this side. East Columbus is going to go for 2, and Nick McClure is going to be in the backfield. If they are successful, this becomes a 2-possession ball game. Howard sets, and
a flag.
Oh, I hope not.
Procedure.
Oh, my goodness.
So that's going to set it back 5 yards. And the conversion attempt will take place from the 8-yard line.
So we will take 3 minutes and 45 seconds. We will take a chance here to reset, get the play called back in. This is a little more challenging from the 8-yard line than the 3-yard line. We will see the same setup.
13 penalties on the Gators, yet they still have the lead.
Here we go. Snap to Howard. Low snap. Drops back to pass. Looking for Gresham. Got Gresham. And we've got incomplete. 28-20 on an incomplete two-point conversion. 3 minutes and 45 seconds remaining here. East will kick off to St. Paul's. Third quarter update. East Bladen leads Union 24-6. Still at halftime, 34-24. South Columbus over Fairmont. 3 minutes, 45 seconds is all this one's got left.
Did I say something prior to this ball game about some karma about me coming here tonight? Was there something mentioned about that? You did. It's not over, but whatever the outcome, this has been a feisty bunch of Gators.
This has
tonight.
been a feisty bunch, and you could still get your 5-6 overtime wish.
No, I didn't wish for that. No.
So here we go. If you're just joining us, this is 89.9 FM, WZCO, Chadburn Radio. We're www.zco.org on the internet. And this one's been a fight to the finish. Here goes the kickoff. Graham puts it down the middle, and that one will be fielded on the 11 by Walters. Walters comes up, cuts to the right, and he will hit a big pile of Gators. Number 10 is in on the tackle, Thomas Yates. Number 44, Justin Chestnut. And I believe number 2, Ryan Howard. 3 minutes, 38 seconds. That's all that's left in this one. East Columbus 28, St. Pauls 20. St. Pauls is going to start this one out on their own 28-yard line. They need a touchdown and a two-point conversion just to tie this one.
72 yards away. A little more than 3.5 minutes, but all 3 timeouts. But, hey, they didn't take long on their previous drive to get in the end zone.
They did not. Livingston takes the snap. He's going to drop back and pass. He's got time, and it will be short hop to number 21, Tim Billinger, and it'll be 2nd and 10. And Elijah Gresham was on his way, just needed a little more time to get there.
Plenty of time in the ball game. I don't see St. Paul's going to, completely air attack here. They've had success running the football, and maybe that first pass was to loosen the Gators up a little bit where they can maybe run the ball a little bit more effectively.
3 minutes, 33 seconds, 2nd and 10, ball on the 28. Livingston waits the snap. High snap, drops back to pass. Pass out to number 6, Walters. Good hit by number, and Walters still fighting. Walters will not go down. He breaks a couple of tackles, but he will only get it up to the 32-yard line. Good for 4, and it'll be 3rd and 6.
He does stop the clock. He does stop the clock by going out of bounds on the far sideline. So that extra effort that he put into it was beneficial as far as saving some time. Going to be 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6. Livingston gets the play from the sideline. Looks like we got twins on both sides. McMillan. No, I don't know. We're going to drop back to pass, though. Here he goes. He's on a run, and it's going to get hit, and it is caught at the 42. Howard trying to run him down, but Walters is able to get it, and that's enough for a first down. 10-yard pass play. That'll move the chains. 3 minutes and 5 seconds left here in this one. East Columbus 28, St. Pauls 20.
There was a lot of hope in that pass because with the rush he had in his face, he was hoping that Walters would be there, and Walters ran to the football, made a nice catch.
Good coverage by Howard, but that pass just got a little bit farther out, and he was able to come down. So let's see here on 1st and 10 on the 42 of St. Paul's. They're going to drop back to pass. Good pressure. They're going to run.
He's got room.
And he does have room. And he's still on his feet all the way up to the 37-yard line. Big first down play there.
Yep, good pass rush up the middle, but no contain on the outside.
And he got it.
Once he got to the outside, the receivers had gone deep. DBs had followed them deep, and he had lots of running room all the way to the Gator 38-yard line.
2 minutes, 38 seconds left in this one. East Columbus 28, St. Paul's 20. St. Paul's has the ball on the Gator 38-yard line. Livingston back in the option, waits the snap. This has been nothing but pass plays this series. They've not run at one time. One incomplete pass. The others have been complete. Well, one run on a quarterback when there was nobody open, but no designed. Oh, it's a high snap. Pulls it down.
Procedure.
And this one should take them back 5.
Looked like the left guard, number 77, Matt Lowry Ivy, jumped. Lowry Ivy, number 77.
This one's
5'9", 350 pounds, so when he moves early, it's noticed.
1st and 15. Ball's on the 43-yard line. St. Pauls has it on the East 43. 2 minutes, 37 seconds left here in this ball game. East Columbus 28, St. Pauls 20. And Livingston is awaiting the play to come in. All the timeouts still remain for St. Pauls, and they trail by 8. So we will wait to see what they dial up. Mostly been, we've seen one quarterback draw when he got flushed out of the pocket. Everything else has been a pass. So Livingston looks it over, awaits the snap, takes the snap, drops back. He's going to throw, going over the middle, going deep. He's got Crawford, and Crawford drops it on the 3-yard line. Through the hands of number 25, Javon Crawford, and that was almost 6.
Was that choking sound for any particular reason?
No, no, that was just getting choked up. Oh, my goodness, I thought that one was over.
He hit him in a bad place.
Yeah.
Right in the hands.
I thought that one was 6. 2nd down and 15.
We've seen quite a bit of that watching Fairmont play here recently, but that Livingston couldn't have laid that one out there any better.
No, Crawford had 3-4 steps, drops back, high snap, flushes, and he's going to go to the 40, to the 30. He's up to the and out of bounds at about the 22-yard line.
23-yard line.
23, and that'll move the chains. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. 28-20, East Columbus leads. But St. Paul's is all the way down to the 22-yard line of East Columbus. East has got a good pass rush, but when they pass rush, they're leaving pockets for them to get loose on.
Yeah, the receivers are going deep, and the corners are dropping back. And when he evades the initial rush, there's nobody for the first 10 or 15 yards.
High snap, handoff to McMillan. Ball's loose, and Gresham's got it. Gresham's got the ball, turned it over. 2 minutes and 14 seconds. East Columbus takes over on their own 25-yard line. They lead 28-20, and this one is getting a little bit better here in the swamp as we go on.
You called it the high snap, threw off the timing of the play. It looked like McMillan never got the ball in the pocket, maybe hit him on the hip, and just simply dropped down there beside him.
2 minutes and 9 seconds. That's all that's left here. East Columbus, 8-point lead, 28-20. They've got the ball on their own 23-yard line. What a game. Turnovers. You can't have them. They will come back to haunt you.
That's 3 turnovers for St. Paul's, 0 for East Columbus.
They will come back to haunt you. Penalties will haunt you. Turnovers will haunt you. Here we go. Ooh. Big hit. And I believe that was Nick McClure. And there's a flag on the play. I don't know if he's got back to the line of scrimmage. Not many people can hit Nick McClure like that.
Christian Edwards, sophomore we've spoken of several times. Looks like he came crashing in and hit McClure hard on that play.
So McClure hit directly at the line of scrimmage. See if they're going to. I have not seen a call. Have they? It went on.
I'll tell you what it is in just a second. I think it's an equipment.
Illegal substitution. And that's going to take them.
Hand behind the head.
Yeah, the hand behind the head. That it's going to take.
Failure to wear required equipment.
Oh. Well, that one's going to go back 5. That one goes back 5, and it's 1st and 15 as the Gators have the ball on their 17-yard line. So 1st and 15, 2 minutes and 7 seconds left here. 28-20, East Columbus leads St. Pauls. And we are awaiting the start here. Is see what East Columbus dials up here on 1st and 15. Howard waits the snap, takes the snap. That one is going to be, looks like Jalen Dumas, and that one's going to be hitting the backfield. We're going to have a big loss on. That's a loss of 6. Time's running. St. Paul's is probably – will they use one of their timeouts here?
Not choosing to at this point on second down.
So this is now – we're at 2nd and 21. Time is down to about a minute and 30-some seconds, 35 seconds. Not quite sure I understand this one. But anyway,
probably
that's why I'm up here.
After this play.
All right. Howard sends Brown in motion. Howard takes the snap. Howard's going to keep it himself. Cuts to the right side. He's got some room. Gets around the runner. He's on his feet. He's loose all the way up to the 50. And let's see if he makes it. He does. He gets out of bounds all the way to the 46, 47.
40. They're going to mark it at the 40.
They're going to move it back a little bit.
Looks like. Big run there by Howard. St. Paul's looking for the play to go to the inside. Howard just simply kept the ball, had a couple of lead blockers, and able to turn the corner. Usually you want to try to stay in bounds, but we'll trade getting the first down and the improved field position for the clock stopping because he went out of bounds.
You were definitely right.
And now they'll be forced to use their timeouts once East Columbus runs the next play.
1 minute, 11 seconds left. 28-20. East Columbus over St. Pauls. 1st and 10. East has it on their own 42-yard line. St. Paul's has 3 timeouts left.
Gators getting ready to get a delay penalty. There it is.
And did they throw it?
Yep, delay. You can, when you don't have a play clock, if you watch that back official, he's in charge of keeping the once the official sets the ball ready for play, the referee sets the ball ready for play, he will raise his hand when there are 5 seconds remaining on the play clock and then start counting down.
1st and 10 becomes 1st and 15. The ball gets moved back to the 37-yard line. East Columbus has it on their own. 1 minute and 11 seconds left. Sends Dumas in motion. Takes the snap. Howard's going to keep it himself. This time coming this side.
Stay in bounds.
Cuts it up all the way to the 49-yard line and gets it almost within about 2 yards. That's good for roughly about a 13-yard gain.
And St. Paul's uses their first timeout.
So St. Paul's will take that timeout. 58.2 seconds. The ball is going to be spotted on the 50, so we're looking at about 2 yards.
2nd and 2. And I would expect now to see the Gators, maybe just the way Howard's been running the football, just keep it in his hands. But Coach Haney says stay in bounds, make them use their timeouts.
Score update, South Columbus 42, Fairmont 24, 9 minutes and 31 seconds left in the third quarter. So here we go, 58.2 seconds here. East Columbus 28, St. Paul's 20. East Columbus has the ball. They are on the 50-yard line. Need to get to the 48 for a first down. St. Paul's has 2 timeouts left. It has been an outstanding game here in the Swamp. This is last week, St. Paul, South Columbus. Awesome game to watch. This week, another awesome game to watch. This is what football is about. It's November. Playoffs are on people's minds, and they're fine-tuning their game. And you're starting to see some playoff-type football being played these last few weeks. Let's see what we got here. 2nd and 2. Howard.
Another one of the disadvantages of being a almost all the time shotgun team, have to handle the football a little bit more.
And that's going to be a quick handoff to Dumas. Dumas cuts. He has the first down. He's at the 40. He's loose. He cuts back. There he goes. 35. Watch yourself. 30. And down to the 20-some-yard line. Not like he could hear me. Woo! 26-yard line. First down. 47 seconds left. And he was cutting it back and forth.
Little concerned when he made that cutback.
I was too.
Have both arms around the football. I think last week there was a runner breaking loose that St. Paul's came from behind.
Yes, he did.
Kind of did the chop on him that knocked the football loose.
Yes,
Clock should be running.
There it goes. So here we go, 40 seconds. It's down to about 35. Howard getting everybody set.
He's going to take a knee.
And this one may be done. And he kneels it. 27 seconds left. They should be able to run this one out. 28-20. East Columbus is just 20 seconds away from taking a win over South St. Pauls. Here we go. 13, 12, 11, 10. This one's getting ready to roll out. I don't think many thought this might happen tonight, except them boys on the field. They believed, and they made it happen. 3, 2, 1, and this one's in the record books. Yes, you're hearing me right. East Columbus 28, St. Pauls 20. This one's over, and the Gators come away with a conference victory with one more to go. Next week, West Columbus comes into town, and this is a Gator team that is fired up and ready to play football. What a game. Wow, what a game. It is unbelievable. St. Paul's is shocked. They are shocked. And Haney just got a bath. Thank goodness it's 73 degrees outside, but he's soaked anyway. It's been raining for an hour. What do you think, Franklin? Wrap this one up. Because this is unbelievable.
East Columbus could have very easily just quit after the first St. Paul's drive because St. Paul's, the first time they had the football, went down the field on 9 plays, all of them positive yardage, all running plays, and just, looked unstoppable. But East Columbus responded with a touchdown on their first drive, and I think that showed them that, yes, we can play with this team if we just get our defense shored up a little bit. And that's exactly what happened. The East Columbus defense, you give credit to the offense, they put 28 points on the board. But the East Columbus defense stepped up after that first drive, and other than one long touchdown pass, made it tough for St. Paul's to consistently churn out yardage and kept giving their football team chances to get on the board. And, of course, the big thing, 3-0. 3 turnovers, an interception, and 2 lost fumbles for St. Paul's, none for the Gators.
Big difference.
And, of course, my presence here in the booth probably had something to do with it as well.
Yep, you are like the good luck charm. We appreciate you joining us tonight. This one ends 28-20. East Columbus comes away with a conference win. Week 12, next week, we are back here at the Swamp. East Columbus will take on West Columbus for the last regular season game, and then it'll be playoff times.
May I say
you may
that Mark Council and I will be at Legion Stadium in Whiteville covering the much-anticipated matchup between the South Columbus Stallions and the Whiteville Wolfpack, which looks like now, if the South Columbus score holds, will be for either an undisputed Whiteville championship or South Columbus and Whiteville tying for the championship.
We look forward to updates from you guys next week, and
this probably calls St. Paul's a number 1 seed in the playoffs in the 2A.
And it may have. It's been a good one. I've enjoyed it. Appreciate you being here. This is Rod Likens and Franklin Davis. We are signing off, and we will see you on different. I will be here on 89.9 next week.
I'll be on 100.9.
And we look forward to you being with one of us two next week. We are out. Thank you.